We're
what I
getting
was
there.
thinking. Yes.
How was your dad's birthday party?
It was great, man.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good, man. And all the Oreo cheesecake that I ate, let me make sure I burn that off throughout this entire week. There was
Good
nothing
for you.
but good barbecue. And let me specify, we played Domino's.
Okay.
But not Domino's.
Yes.
We had Domino's Pizza. We had Domino's, the actual game. And, I took a couple L's in that. Pops was very, very that's his game right there. But it was fun, man. I had a lot of family come over, a lot of friends. It was a really good time.
Were there any fruity drinks?
So my mom actually made this Hennessy strawberry lemonade.
Ooh.
That sounds kind of
Hennessy?
delicious.
Yes, it does.
That sounds
Hennessy?
kind of delicious.
Hennessy strawberry lemonade. Yes.
With
And-
ice, right?
Yeah, over ice. And let me tell you, I had about like 4 or 5 cups.
Marcus.
Easily. Yes.
Were they strong?
No, they weren't strong at all. And I
Okay.
think that's the dangerous part
That's
of it. That it wasn't that
the
strong.
scary part.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it just tastes like strawberry lemonade, that's when you're in danger.
Exactly.
It's like a hurricane when you go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
They're like, drink it slow. I'm like, I'll be
Hurricane.
fine.
Mhm.
And then
Sure.
it's like,
And then,
uh-oh.
right.
Uh-oh.
You know,
That was a mistake.
Then all of a sudden you can hear colors and stuff. It's
Right,
weird.
there you go. There you go.
You
Red
gotta
is a
make
cool
that
color.
You got to make that mistake at least once in your life.
Absolutely.
The New Orleans hurricane mistake. Like, that's something you got to learn by trial.
At least once.
Yeah.
At least
At
once.
least once.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
You're
it's
missing
a
it if you
regular
don't.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I
How about
saw
you?
I saw your weekend, Mr. Belichick, on the beach.
Had a pretty good weekend. You
I
know-
was waiting for you to do the Belichick thing.
Do you know what I did this weekend that I haven't done in I don't know how long?
What?
I didn't drive a car once the entire weekend.
Hey,
I
good for
didn't
you.
put on a pair of real shoes once
That's
the entire
amazing.
weekend.
Gas prices are high. That's smart.
That was a massive win. I e-biked and I wore flip-flops the entire
Smart.
weekend.
We
It
should
was-
all
it
do
was
that.
a terrific win.
Great.
Yeah.
I went in the ocean for
You got in the water?
My goal every year
Nice.
is to get in the ocean at least once a year.
Good for you.
Okay, and I'm usually good for somewhere around August when it's warm and hot and the water's warmed up a little bit. I went in the ocean yesterday.
Yeah.
It was
How far did you
fantastic.
get in?
I went in.
Oh, you swam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, isn't it so good?
It was
so
a little
nice.
crisp.
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
it was
I was-
very refreshing.
I was there. I was
Yeah.
in the ocean last weekend, and it's only crisp for like a moment, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
once you get in, like you're just there for a little bit. It's it becomes okay. after-
Nothing restores like the ocean. I'm
It was
telling
one of
you.
those.
Yes,
Yes.
nothing
And then-
restores.
and then
Yeah.
you're okay.
You're all right.
Then you're
all right.
okay.
It
Keep
was a good
adding that
weekend.
to the mix.
How
yes.
about you?
What did we do? I can't remember. I had to go to Pachanga for that wine and chocolate festival.
was
I
it?
met
Oh.
Mandy out
Decadence.
there.
Oh
Nice.
man!
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Oh
You didn't
man, I
take
had to
chocolate
go
decadence
to a
to
wine
chocolate
and
decadence?
I did not
Yeah,
take
come on,
chocolate
man.
decadence to decadence, but I ate a lot of chocolate decadence out
Okay.
there. And I had an espresso martini.
And
Ooh.
Perfect.
yeah,
It was awesome. It's
Great.
exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
I had it when I walked in to wake up and get a nice little pre-buzz. Because
Oh,
all I did was walk by and I don't care. I don't care what. Just fill this thing up. I don't care about your pitch. Just put more in the glass. Right. And then we ate and then went over for chocolate. So it was fun. And then Saturday we did something too. I can't remember what it was.
Wasn't that Pachanga
No,
Saturday?
Saturday was Pachanga.
Yeah.
Sunday was an all workout day. I felt like a pro athlete again.
oh yeah.
They had a birthday party. They went to blow glass.
oh wow.
This was a new one.
Where do you go to do
Okay.
that?
There's a place called Blow Glass somewhere down there.
That's the name of the place.
Something like it's
Blow Glass USA.
I don't know what it is.
Right? Somewhere over there.
But it's the first glass blowing birthday party I'd ever heard of for
Okay.
that friend group. So everybody went, and she said it was from 1 to 4:30. Good, go. I went and got the gifts.
Oh, you didn't blow any glass
Heck
yourself.
No,
Okay.
no. I
Okay.
spent Sunday with me.
Yeah? Oh, nice.
You guys have fun. Went to the gym, went back, watched TV, had a blast, chilled out. Yes, Sunday was good. Restorative.
Nice.
That's probably why I'm shot out of a cannon.
I was
Very
gonna say, you're
cool.
fired up today.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah, you are.
really
I
on
need
one.
that rest.
I like it. How about you, Laura?
So I felt a little bit under the weather on Saturday, so I kind of just rested up. And then yesterday, I went to a furniture store. I went to Ashley's Furniture.
What'd you buy?
Oh,
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
You know what? I'm like, this furniture's huge, man. I just want like a couch, but nothing crazy. So I'm
a
like,
couch purchase is a sneaky major purchase.
yes,
is.
it is.
It's
Yes,
like
it
you
is.
think cars, houses, but a big piece of furniture, a dining room table,
Yeah.
a couch, stuff like that
At
is
least 10
sneaky
years.
big.
At least 10 years,
Yeah.
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 And that's the thing, like, because I'm in an apartment and I decided my couch is fine and I'm gonna keep it, but it makes you think of like, oh, this is how I want my house furniture.
Oh, yeah.
They do a really good job at those mock-up
staging.
living rooms and
Like IKEA.
kitchens. Yeah.
Not only do you
I
use-
got
yeah.
lost at IKEA, man.
IKEA's like a furniture museum. It's like everything's like a museum display when
Yes.
you walk around there, right? And then of course they make you walk through the entire store and then sell you some Swedish meatballs.
I was going to
of
say, but
course.
at the end you get meatballs. So
I got the
it's
hot dog.
good made.
You got the hot dog?
I got the $1 hot dog.
You
Okay.
didn't buy anything, though.
No, I just
Okay. Did
No.
they descend upon you when you walked through the door?
no.
Oh, the salespeople come out of nowhere. Yeah. They just.
I told the
yeah.
guy at Ashley's,
They got to do their job.
leave me
but
alone.
Let me check out the stuff.
I get it, and
Yeah.
I know they have to do their job, and I know they have to make a living, and I respect it. I really, truly do, because I'm sure that's a hard way to earn a buck,
Yeah, yeah.
right? You got to go do it.
Selling furniture.
But
yeah.
when your approach, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just kind of chilling out. Don't track me like you think I'm going to steal something the
Bro.
rest of the day. Like, just if I need, I'll wave you.
I will.
I'll
I'll
give you a
come
hey,
find you if
I'll
I
come
need you.
find you. Just
Yep.
give me
you
a
don't have to
list.
stay in my eye line all day.
Right. It's like this
Don't
whole
need
time.
it.
Right. Right.
Don't
You
need
know
it.
what's funny though?
Don't need it.
When I walked through IKEA, I couldn't find anybody
Oh.
to help me because I do need like a built-in shelving thing,
Gotta pull
whatever.
the ticket and pull,
You know,
pull
and
the
I'm
arm
just
around.
like, bro, like, where can I find somebody? When I went to Ashley's, the guy did come and I was like, sir, thank you very much. If I need you, I will wave you down. And he left me alone. And
Oh,
I
that's good.
respected that.
Oh.
There you go.
How about you, Marcus?
Saturday was a Disney day. It was a Disneyland on
Ooh.
Saturday, which wasn't so bad.
Did you
know?
do the full day, like there at the rope drop till the
Not
lights
quite
went
road
out?
drop. It was probably it was about a 10-hour day, probably
That's a full
about
day.
9:30 to 7:30.
It's a full day.
It's a full day. It was a full day, and you know what made it better was losing an hour on the back end of that too,
Oh, sure.
with the time change on Sunday morning. But that wasn't bad. Wasn't too bad.
I
All
hate
right.
the time change. Every clock in my house is different now.
Oh,
Yeah, but
same.
this time change is rough for a day or two. But at least when we walk out of here, the sun's still going to be up.
That's
You're gonna-
nice.
You're going to get a little
That
sunlight
is
on
cool.
the back
It's
end.
just like this clock says one, this clock says another. I got to go take this one off the wall and do it, man. Yeah, just
We got up on Sunday morning, and Susan's like, the clocks are wrong. I'm like, I've been up for 5 minutes. Like, you know. She goes, yeah, but this is your job around here. You change the clocks. I'm like, I understand, but can I have a cup of coffee before I
Amen.
fix the oven?
no.
That's funny because
Yeah.
I told Christian the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you got to fix all the clocks. And he's like,
Yeah.
I just
It's
woke
not
up.
that
That's
complicated.
So funny.
It's not really.
No.
I'll say this because, like, you know, before when I would wake up for Blue Review, right, 6:30, 6:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. It was still kind of like now with the time change, it's
Dark.
just black.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when I wake up again, like I really was like, no, it can't be time. Oh crap! It's time to get time to go do the show,
Yeah.
right?
It's like, oh, boy, here we go. All right, let's talk about the NFL free agency. I feel like just about everybody that was somebody has signed with a new team, including the Rams. They made another big move as well, and they are filling the holes as quickly as they can. Don't forget, you can join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast a week from today, next Monday, March 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto Duran goes live at 5 with Lakers pregame before tip-off. You can watch with fellow fans, enjoy Ice Cold Michelob Ultra, and enter for a chance to win tickets and exclusive signed gear. Don't miss it. That's next Monday at Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. The Rams are looking good. We'll get into it next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Marcus is here on a Monday on ESPN LA.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
If I just said LeBron retired today, are they getting closer to a championship than they would if he kept playing this year?
This season?
This season.
It's crazy to think that, but yeah, I think so.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
This March, while the brackets are busted, somebody will be breaking away in a brand new BMW at Hard Rock Casino Tahoe. Unity by Hard Rock members can earn entries all March long for the $500,000 Luck of the Irish BMW drawing just by using their Unity by Hard Rock card. Join us for exciting promotions, big wins, and your shot at driving off in serious style. Hard Rock Casino Tahoe, the easiest drive from downtown LA.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Your Monday afternoon, the No Stress Sports Talk Express. Let me tease for Travis's favorite day of the week. Tomorrow, it'll be a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence with me. And tomorrow we'll tell you who Travis had dinner with last night. That's the tease for tomorrow. This is called a horizontal tease to tomorrow. Who did Travis have dinner with last night? We'll find out tomorrow, but right now, more of the No Stress Sports Talk Express for your Monday afternoon drive on ESPN LA.
I got to tell you, the No Stress Sports Talk Express has grown on me a little bit.
You liking it?
At first, I'm like, I don't know. Really, but the more I hear it, the more it's starting to vibe with me.
Bro, the world is crazy enough. Just come here and chill with us.
Is there something going on?
There you go.
I had no idea.
I don't really follow the
No
news. Is there stuff going on?
You know what's going on? The World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
The Lakers got a big win.
The Lakers got their
NFL
big
free
best
agency.
win of
That's
the
what's
season.
going on. Right.
All right, let's start with this. We know that the Rams traded for McDuffie last week.
Great signing. Thank
signed
you.
Trent McDuffie to a contract extension, making him the highest paid cornerback in the league.
Yep.
The highest paid cornerback ever for now until the next guy comes up, and we'll jump over him. And then today they signed Jalen Watson, two guys that were part of the secondary on a team that won a couple of Super Bowls with them at key positions. The Rams had a need at corner, and they have fixed the need at corner. So, I mean, I don't know if you could have asked for too much more for them to do prior to the draft than what they've done so far with those two guys. Just A's across the board.
Well, I'm with you. I mean, there was so much you could not do last year and so many calls you could not make versus certain guys because you knew you weren't going to get the coverage. Like, let's say bump and run, press man, whatever. Stuff that is a major part of your game plan, depending on down and distance, you just could not do. And if you did, you were sitting out there holding your butt like, oh, my God, I hope this doesn't end up in the end zone.
Right.
If we don't get there, if we don't get pressure on this play, there's no chance that Darius is going to keep up with Shaheed.
Right.
There's no chance that Kobe Durant is going to be able to stay in front of Njigba long enough so we can get home. So this is a little bit different. These are top-flight corners, especially McDuffie. This is the guy that can erase you. You can sick him on one guy on one side of the field and say, you got him. Now, he's not Deion. Maybe he has a chance for the Hall of Fame. It's not set in stone, but he's a better player than what you had. So the Rams got measurably better. And they got his buddy, too.
Yeah.
There's competition there. So that's good. And you still have to make a decision on Emmanuel Forbes coming May 1st, who, if he's in the third position, I think that's great.
I was just going to say, if he's now your third guy as opposed to one of your first or second guys, it's a totally different dynamic.
I think that's totally great. So I think the Rams so far, outside of the Raiders and Mike Evans going to the 49ers, I think are acing the offseason.
Okay, so that's where I wanted to start. That obviously we still have the draft. There are still more players that could be signed in free agency. There's still some transactions that could take place. But as we sit here with free agency basically just opening, just getting started, have they had as good of an offseason as anybody else? Considering what we knew is coming back, it feels like the Matthew Stafford getting done, it's just inevitable. They just got to figure out what it is, knowing what was there, knowing what the deficiencies were, knowing the coaching staff that you have. it feels like they were a team that was a hair away last year, and they're better today than they were a week ago.
I mean, they filled the glaring needs that they had. They have filled those at this point. And so now everything else is about, I think, just adding depth at this point. So I guess my question now is, you're sitting there, 13 in the first round? What's the need? What's the move? Yeah, sure. I mean, you know this team as well as anybody. What's the move at 13?
Best player available, depending on who that might be. If it is Lemon, you'd have a hard time getting me to say no.
Yeah.
If it could be Caleb Downs who slides, I know you're loaded at safety, but I think he is a can't-miss guy if you want to add him to your defense, or an edge rusher. If there's a guy that slides to 13, why not? I know everyone's looking for backup quarterback and quarterback of the future. If Ty Simpson is there, what do you guys think, Marcus? Ty Simpson as the second quarterback off the board at number 13. That seems a bit
rich.
high.
That seems rich.
Thank you.
I'm not doing it. I do think they need
for a guy that's not going to play.
I think they need to draft a quarterback, but I think you spend a day 3 pick on a quarterback and just sort of kick the tires on. Like, I would say if I'm Leslie and I draft a day 3 quarterback this year, maybe next year I look at a day 2 quarterback. Like, I take a couple swings at that and figure out who the next guy is.
I'm with you.
But I'm not spending a first because I don't think that beyond Mendoza, I'm not sure there's a guy I like in the first round.
And you can never have enough edge rushers. And this draft is loaded with them. So if you're thinking down the road, if Byron Young becomes too rich, and at some point you're going to have to pay Jared Verse. And what do I keep saying about Jared Verse? Love him now, because at some point you probably won't be able to afford him.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well keep that deck stacked as much as possible. Josiah Stewart is a starter. He just comes off the bench. So why not, if you could, add another one at 13 to get better? That's going to help you. So I think it's dealer's choice at this point.
I want to go back to the quarterback for a second. And I think the Ty Simpson thing is really interesting. And here I have 2 things I want to talk about. Number one, I've always had this theory of I would take a quarterback in every draft. I literally would. I would just, and I'm not saying you spend a first day pick on him or even a second day, but I would take one almost every single year and see if you can't stumble into a Brock Purdy. And just kind of, Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He's the last pick in the 7th round. And I'm not saying that those picks aren't valuable. They are, but if this is the most important position on your football team, to continue to try to, shoot the moon and get a guy. So,
but what if you already got the guy? You got both. You got your guy and you've got the backup.
Okay. I would still do it anyway, because if you get the right guy, like I think Purdy's a perfect example. You never know what circumstances are going to present itself to you where that guy may become either A, player that you need to actually use, or B, somebody that you can trade for something else. So I like what you were suggesting, Marcus, about maybe taking a player later in the draft to see if you can, catch lightning in a bottle. The only thing that I would throw in on Ty Simpson specifically, and I'm not a draft expert on what he does well or doesn't do well or what he needs to improve on in these, whatever. What I do know is if Sean McVay and Les Snead like him, then I do think you do it. Because that's one of those, when the Rams are very unlikely to have the 13th pick in the draft next year. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be somewhere in the high teens to the 20s, if not in the 30s. So this is a rare opportunity by the trade that they made with the Falcons last year to be much more close to the top of the draft than they'll typically. If that's a guy like, look, that's our guy, let's go get him. I get it. It takes a first-round pick off the, to your point, DeMarco, he's never going to play. But if that's the guy that you think, hey, listen, he is the next guy after Matthew Stafford, I would do it.
You would erode the culture immediately. It would be like Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Stafford would be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, except that Green Bay still wins, and they got a quarterback.
But you got a chance to go all in this year. That's the reason you signed a guy to the highest deal ever for a cornerback. You're going all in now. Get people that can help. You're right. If you want to spend a second day or your 4th or 5th, what do you got left in the draft?
I'd have to look.
Okay, whatever else.
They're not a ton.
And I'm with you on that. Yeah. I would try to restock that cabinet as much as possible, but you need to go get a playmaker at 13. You need a guy that's going to make a difference, not later, now.
It's a compelling argument.
You got to compete with San Fran. You got to compete with the defending champion in your own freaking division.
I get it.
You better get somebody in here.
But if you can do both at the same time, like Green Bay did, right? Where all of a sudden, hey, Aaron Rodgers, what was he, 20th? Something like that? Like, hey, let's just take him. Will it piss Brett Favre off? Yeah, probably. And will it get messy? Yeah, probably. Same thing with Jordan Love. But what the Packers have never had to do is start back at zero with quarterbacks, just running a bunch of guys through there.
Who else was the best team in the division outside of them?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the best team in the league is in your division. You are looking up to Seattle. and they're going to improve.
Not with Kenneth Walker in Kansas City.
Well, I mean, they still got Charbonnet.
By the way, I don't know if you saw, they just re-signed Rashid Shaheed. 3 years, $51 million.
I said, how much is he going to cost?
That's a lot of money for a kick returner.
It is. I think, that's the thing, where you can't sign certain guys. We're having this discussion with DeAndre. It seems like every time teams win the Super Bowl, there's a mass exodus because everyone wants top dollar. And everyone's right. I helped you win a Super Bowl.
Also, you got your ring. You got your ring. Let's go get paid now.
And then I said you have to identify your core, right? He's part of your core. He wants this. We have to pay that, which means we can't pay these three guys. They go.
Isn't that the job of the general manager, though, to try as different? And I'm not saying it's easy. It's obviously very, very difficult. But to make sure that you have everything you need today without leaving the cabinet bare for tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes, right. It just depends on where you are. Like I said, we can run this thing into a ditch because we're not going to be here to fix it. Somebody else is.
Yeah.
So let's go. But, I mean, I'm just – if you have designs on running it back, which is what this team is about right now, this culture is about unfinished business. And it's about the now, and that's what they're selling. It would be tough to sell the future at 13. And pass up on guys that could be helping
and you
now.
better be right.
That's what I'm saying.
And it better be in the center of the bullseye because if it's it's not really. If it just to pick a name
especially
that pops
if
in
he sucks. Yeah.
If it's Trey Lance, it's like what the hell did we just do to ourselves? But if it is
McCarthy,
Aaron Rodgers or if it is Jordan Love, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, look, we've the number one need, we've got that covered.
And if you had those two guys in the draft, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, and Ty Simpson, it would go 1, 2, 3.
Of course. Yeah. I'm not saying he's on their level. I'm saying the circumstances are similar.
Right.
The upside, though, drafting a quarterback in the first round. You get that 4-year contract with the option for a fifth.
If I don't have one, hell yeah.
But I mean, at some point you have to start thinking that you're not going to have one. You have a 38-year-old guy who, by the way, with quarterbacks, it's not a gradual decline. Quarterbacks, it just tends to be a fall off. I mean, like Peyton Manning went from being great to a guy who could barely push the ball downfield, and it happened in an instant.
And I'm not being flippant.
No,
he had a
shoulder
neck.
and everything.
He had neck shoulder. But I mean, we're also about Matthew Stafford's back was an issue last year. It's a thing that happens.
He finished the year, and I asked him specifically, "How do you feel?" He said, "The only thing that hurts is my finger." That's what I mean. He came through this season great, so he's going to hit the offseason running. So he's still that guy. So I would go all in. I'm with you. If I had a guy that was aging or falling off the cliff and I had some doubts, of course I'd take one in the first round and be on that rookie deal. And I give that veteran 4 or 5 weeks to prove you're the guy. If not, I'm going to Drake May.
Well, but they're not competing right now. He's coming off of an MVP season. It's not like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I have no doubts. If I did, I would draft and say, I'll give you 6 weeks. And if you don't look good, I'm going to the rookie. I didn't mean Drake May. I meant the other one in New York. The one that runs. Scatterbo's buddy.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Yeah. Russell, you got 6 weeks to prove to me that you can still play. If not, I'm putting the kid in.
I like Scatterbo's buddy. That sounds like a cop show. Like, hey, turn it. It's 9 o'clock on ABC. Turn on Scatterbo's buddy. It's on right now. I love those guys. He'd have a wisecrack right when he sees the dead body, like Law and Order.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I guess we just leave him where we keep him.
No doubt. But I think if you're the Rams, I think you have to go all in.
I do too.
Lombardi is in Seattle. You got to go get that back. It's And San Francisco feels the same thing. That's why Mike Evans is there.
Mike Evans is interesting. Well, we're going to get into the Raiders did a whole bunch of stuff as well. We'll get into all of that. Still lots more NFL to get to as well. The Lakers had what I think was their best win of the season. And
Luka took a charge.
Yeah, we saw it. He didn't play. And yes, we will talk about it. It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're reacting to a massive victory over the Knicks at home and leading up to Lakers Talk tonight at 7. Reaction Monday is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. Can they actually say, take a seat? That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav on a Monday with Marcus on ESPN LA.
Hey, D-Far here, and let me tell you this, and I mean this. I love Pachanga. I brought my wife. I brought my kid. We had a blast. The rooms were great. My wife had such a great time. Guess what? She got home and made dinner. Hey! Way to go, Pachanga! Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Pechanga gives guests all the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, and I mean world-class. Exceptional entertainment, all that stuff, all those posters. I want to go to all those concerts. Dining, spa. Where'd we go? The Noodle Bar. It was awesome. The golf. Sua talked about the golf. It's great. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The casino floor is massive. It just goes on and on and on, and it's so bright and so clean. It's so great. 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. The spa, like I said, the golf course. There's 20 bars and restaurants in there. So you're never bored. There's always something to do at Pechanga Resort Casino, one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. And I love it, too. I saw a lot of listeners there. We dapped up. It's great. It's like a home away from home. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation or for more information. You can also follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information, and I will see you there.
The black and gold are flying high.
It's a golazo!
LAFC have opened up 2026 with 5 straight victories. And now the stakes get even higher. The round of 16 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup comes to BMO Stadium.
David! You beautiful young man, you! It was a thing of beauty from the left foot!
LAFC battle Costa Rican powerhouse Alajuelense. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Wow!
In a way, I'm just like a leprechaun. I'm lucky and charming. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Cadillac Escalade IQL the 29th. Earn entries now playing your favorite games, and you could drive home in a new Cadillac.
And the number one reason.
Pick your lucky March Mania bracket, and you could be a millionaire. We're giving away $1 million guaranteed April 7th for a perfect bracket. See website for details.
Morongo, good times.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Introducing our new Chili Crisp dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in fire. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp dumplings. Get them today. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering 25% off windows and doors or 0% APR for 72 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends March 31st, 2026.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Yeah, I used to bump this on my Civic when I was in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you had that Civic?
Yeah. I got the 210 subs in the back of the trunk.
Really?
You know, it made everything rattle.
Yeah. And you pull up to a
little subwoofer
light.
action.
Yeah. Pull up to a red light. A guy like me is sitting next to you, and I got to close my windows because your windows are down, and you are just, it's loud.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man. What the hell, bro?
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA. You're hanging out with the Rams Super Bowl champ and Sweet Tea.
You got my back. Come on.
No, I don't.
You got my back on
Let
this.
me be very, very clear.
Yes,
I do not have your back.
More DeMarco and Travis right now.
Hey.
Is that why you have your hood up today? Because you're in between barbers?
No, it's not the cut of my hair. It's something that's new to me, and it happens when we get to this age. So I keep thinking there's dust in my hair. It's not dust.
Wait, hold on. Maybe it is dust. Let me try to knock some of it out a little bit.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about that, DeAndre.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. If you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you're lucky,
I keep
one of these
thinking
days.
there's dust up there, and I'm like, oh, that's not dust. So, you know, somebody asked me, like, would I ever consider what do you call that? Dye our hair?
Sure.
Black,
Yeah.
Color your hair?
Dyeing your hair.
Coloring your hair. Coloring your hair. We don't dye our hair. We color our hair.
Yeah.
Sure,
would I ever
whatever.
consider
Same
coloring our hair?
difference.
Coloring my hair? No.
Not me.
No.
No judgment for those who do, but it's not for me.
Okay. Would you knock me if I did?
No. I want to knock you.
No.
Okay.
Really? Let's talk about this because
Yeah.
there's a way to do this and there's a way not to do this. Let's just say that I decided to come in here one day. Okay. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see my deal. I got a lot of gray hair.
Yeah.
Okay. If I came in here looking like Casey Kasem, okay,
Then,
just jet black hair, and you'd be like,
You'd
crap,
hear
what in
about
the
it. What
world
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing?
What are you doing?
Now, if we slowly backed it up a little bit,
Yeah.
it's one thing. So you can't come in here one day, and you don't have a ton of gray
No,
hair.
just a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
a little bit.
I don't think it would be so dramatic. Yeah.
If you're going to do it, you need to start doing it now so there's no like, hey, what the heck's going on here?
Honestly, I was about to start months ago, and then this one over here was giving Jaylen Brown heat for when his hair rubbed off on somebody's
Jaylen Brown,
and I was going that day, and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Jaylen Brown went like the Krylon route. That's why. Like,
no drips, no errors.
But how many days did she try to get that story in?
But see, what she's saying is what I'm saying, which is there are you need to get it done well. You need to get it done subtly. You need to kind of ease into it. I had a teammate that I played together with at Santa Barbara for a long time, and he had, how do we say this? He had a unique set of teeth.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it, but it was just like it was a characteristic that you would look at him and you would notice that he had these teeth.
Okay.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. So we graduate, we go away, we come back a couple years later for an alumni game, and he shows up with the Matt Dillon something about Marys.
See? Yeah.
The Freddie Freemans,
See?
the Matthew Staffords. And it's like, when your teammates like, how are we supposed to deal with this?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, you need to. You got to give us a heads up on this. You can't just show up with these things. So
Right.
if you're going to do it, you got to really kind of slow play this.
Okay,
thing.
there's something else too. The little one keeps asking me, "Am I okay?"
Well, it's a fair question.
She asked me like 4 times a day.
A general thing or just something specific?
Like 4 or 5 times. Are you okay, Dad? Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you keep asking me?
What does she say to that?
It may be the gray that's throwing her off.
You don't have very much.
Well, remember, I'm older than most of her friend group's parents.
I understand.
So, she made me think, I don't know.
Maybe she's used to the Doc Rivers fade.
Bruh, look, look, leave that Doc alone. Never again.
All right. So the Lakers beat the Knicks yesterday. Let's start with this. Are we all in agreement that it was their best win of the season?
Yeah. Signature.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the turning point. No,
stop.
I'm not going that far.
I'm trying to give it a name. The biggest win of the year.
It was the best win of the season.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that in mind, what else does it mean? And because obviously LeBron didn't play.
Right.
They're 9-2 without LeBron James in the lineup when AR and Luka Doncic are in the lineup. They are 4-12 against teams with records better than 60% a winning percentage. All 4 of those wins are without LeBron James in the lineup.
Ooh.
Are we ready? Is it something that needs to be seriously considered?
Well past ready.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we are ready. The question is, who draws the short straw in the building to have to go address this issue? I mean, right? Because it's easy for us to sit here and say, hey, they've got to figure something out. One of these guys, not one of these guys, LeBron is probably the guy who has to be maybe the second team guy. Like, it's easy for us. Somebody has to have that conversation with him, with J.J. Redick. And I don't know who draws that short. I don't know if that's a Rob Pelinka thing. I don't know if it's a J.J. Redick thing. But somebody's got to draw that short straw. That, to me, is the hard part.
I heard Wendy talking about it, and it's kind of twofold because the first thing he mentioned was J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick says you have to give me more time with these 3 guys to make it work. The other thing is the math don't lie. It seems like you're better with LeBron out of the lineup. But this is the thing that gets me. And every time I talk to you non-football playing people, when I can't believe how shocked I am that a franchise is beholden to a guy over the team, it just blows my mind. That's not how this is supposed to work. If you are better with one guy not in there, then take the guy out. Put him on the bench, give him another role. They're measurably better, right? You can track that. The math don't lie. What am I missing here?
Because people go back to their record and that they're 9-2 and I did a deep dive. I was listening to the morning show and Sedano brought us some facts as well as far as
LeBron.
This is not necessarily pro. This is as far as in regards to the duo of Luka and Austin Reeves, because the narrative is they play better with LeBron James off the basketball
That's
court.
what we're going.
And when you look at those out of those 9 wins and who those wins were against, you kind of look like okay, like twice the Pelicans, one time the Hornets. And then
you're not beating anybody. Okay,
beat the Knicks.
Beat the Knicks. I mean, when you were saying them, like we just said, this is their biggest win of the year. Makes sense. So he's not ready to pull the plug, is what he's saying on this, right?
I don't essentially believe they should be pulling the plug just quite yet. I get it that it looked good last night, especially with the player movement, the ball movement, the defense actually really good. They're able to throw out different matchups. They forced the Knicks to turn the ball over 18 times. Like that's good, but as far as like taking LeBron and putting him to the bench, like. I get it, but there's going to be certain moments you're still going to need him on the basketball court to do certain things to enhance this team.
Well, I'm with that, but I mean, what I'm hearing is we don't know for sure whether AR and Luka are better than the 3 of them on the floor. It's too small of a sample size.
It is a small sample size, but the small sample size is better. It's both
That's
of those
things. That's what it says. Yeah,
so
okay.
I want to go back to what you said a second ago, that this is not how it's supposed to work. It's not. I think that the question is actually pretty simple about what the Lakers are probably asking themselves privately, whether that's Mark Walter, whether that's Jeannie Buss, whether it's Rob Pelinka, J.J. Redick, or all 4 of them in a room speaking privately together. The question is this: which of these 2 things is more important? To put our best team on the court for the remainder of this season and however far we go in the playoffs, which is not a championship-level season. I don't think anybody thinks that if you put LeBron on the bench, they're going to go to the finals and win another title. Or do we just kind of swallow this and just run it out so we don't have to tell LeBron James he's got to go to the bench? Like, that it is literally as simple as that. Are we better with him coming in the second unit? I think the evidence is pretty clear that they probably are.
Yeah.
Or does it really make that much of a difference? Instead of being, we're plus, like which of those 2 things is more important? Because I'm with you. If the idea is the team trumps all, then the decision should be made. But if this is we're better, but not by a lot, do we still do what would be an earthquake of a move to do what? To get marginally better? I think that's the calculus that they're trying to figure.
Yeah, and I mean, I think when you put it in those terms, it is, let's just ride it out the way we have it right now. You've got, 19 games left in the regular season, something like that, plus, plus whatever you've got, however long the playoff run ends, knowing that this team is going to look, as we keep saying, dramatically different next year. I mean, what is the value of tinkering and experimenting with things when either way, I still think they're not as good as OKC or San Antonio or, a lot of those teams at the top of the Western Conference.
Yeah. I think if it were, and I'm just going to make up some numbers here, if it were literally as easy as the way it's currently going with, let's say, all 3 of them on the floor together, we got a 1 in 20 chance of winning a title, okay, just to put a number on it. And if we do it the other way, we've got a 1 in 17 chance of winning the title. It's like, then what are we? Let's just suck it up and go for it.
So the other thing I'm thinking, as Marcus was talking, it may not be worth it if you don't have championship aspirations this year. Then why make a move? Why upset the apple cart? It is LeBron, respect it. But if you give this duo, a chance, and they actually start to look good, like beating teams like the Nets or beating teams like the Knicks, and then they do it again if he's out.
DeMarco,
okay, I may start leaning that way.
You said it last week, and you were right. And it's one of the, when you said, I'm like, come on, man, we haven't seen it. Like, what if they get on a little heater here? Now, he's coming back, so I don't know if we're going to get another opportunity to see it. They got Minnesota tomorrow night. LeBron did warm up with the team, and everything is a game-time decision. So if he comes back, then we don't really have another data point to have it look really good.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like, if they could, I don't know, like, try it one more time. Well, beat a good Minnesota team. And then all of a sudden it's like, man, I don't know. Maybe we do see it. Go play. You got Houston coming up twice. You got Denver coming up again. Like, you have really interesting opponents that in the Western Conference, San Antonio and OKC are on another level. Yeah. But the rest of them are kind of all packed together.
If you beat one of those top teams with those 2, then I think all bets are off. If you look different and you look like you did against the Knicks, and Luka's doing what he's doing on both ends of the floor, because that was inspirational, watching him play defense. He absolutely played defense. Who did he take away by fouling him out? Was it Bridges? Had 0 points?
Bridges did not score.
The Knicks,
35 one in, 0 on the other. Beautiful.
The Knicks did have an awful shooting night, but credit to what the Lakers were, again, what they were able to do defensively. The Lakers did a good job. I'm not going to take away with that. But there's still the flaws of this Lakers team as far as their defense, and they had a good night against the New York Knicks. But only thing that just worries me is that in a real scenario, in a 7-game series, you think this is going to get corrected?
No. I don't think it's the solution to their problem, but I do think it's a interesting solution to try.
And Luka's an issue, bro. One leg falling out of bounds, hitting it from 29 feet.
But we can't rely on prayers,
bro,
like that.
I can't. Look, I love the Lakers and I love Luka, but I hate him because I'm like, don't take the. Oh, he made it. Are you out of here? Oh, dang, he did it again.
That's part of the experience.
That's the full Luka Doncic.
Shut up, Luka. Get out. Oh, my God, he's so good.
Right, so we're talking about it. Are they actually talking about it? We can get into that coming up in just a little bit. But coming up next, it is The Far Side.
Yeah.
The Far Side with DeMarco Farr, the Super Bowl champion, on a Monday with Marcas Grant on ESPN LA.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, after 2 straight wins at home, the Purple and Gold are looking to make it 3 as the T-Wolves come to town.
Got it to Rui, now to Luka, 3-pointer, good, and Luka delivers the final blow.
Lakers battle the Minnesota Timberwolves at Crypto.com Arena. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You know I'm serious about the game day menu, right? If we've got the game on, I'm not messing around in the kitchen. You know what I'm doing? I'm going straight to Pizza Hut. Right now, they've got 2 insane deals. A large 1-topping pizza or a medium 3-topping pizza for just $9.99 each when you carry out. Order online at pizzahut.com, or if you don't have it by now, grab your phone and download the Pizza Hut app and bring home a guaranteed win tonight.
Available at participating locations. Extra charge for stuffed crust and original pan, extra cheese, and extra toppings.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for The Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for The Far Side with DeMarco Farr, right now on the Travis and DeMarco afternoon show on ESPN LA.
All right, Travis, it's Monday, and I'm fired up, and I'm all over the place. I told Laura I lost my gym crush.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, she left and didn't come back. I don't know.
What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing. I've never even said hello. It's just, gym crush. It happens. So a lot of things crossed my mind. Did you guys see the LA Marathon and the photo
finish?
there?
Yeah, that was wild.
I hate that dude for life.
The guy that
guy
finished
that lost?
second or the guy that finished first?
The guy that finished first.
Why?
That is so underhanded and dirty.
What do you mean?
The dude, come on, you had lost that race by a mile.
Finish the race.
DeMarco,
He
check
did. He was dead tired. I would have tripped the crap out of him.
Go look at the results and tell me who won the race.
The other guy won. That is so mean. I can't stand. How could you do that to that guy?
It's a 26.2
He
mile
worked
race,
his
not
butt off,
26.18.
and you
Finish the race.
Finish the
You
race.
stole
Yeah.
it from him at the end. This is why, and I think Marcus and Travis, you can understand this because what does Chris say about you in quarters?
I squeeze it till the Eagles scream.
This is why I don't give a damn about the Joneses or keeping up with them. The hell with them. Or, pardon me, Laura, the gaze of beautiful, hot women. I could care less. This is why I could drive a Suburban in L.A. with a dent in the car. They don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Did you guys see Floyd Mayweather is going broke?
You've told me
I
that.
mean, this is like one of the least shocking things you probably could say.
No one has made more money in sports, or at least in boxing, than Floyd Mayweather. And he's going broke.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is he going broke, he is broke. And he owes people money at this point.
I'm not even a little surprised.
This is a damn shame. How does that happen?
Isn't that why he's fighting
Tyson.
No, it's Tyson.
He's going to fight Tyson.
Yeah.
He's got another fight
one
coming
with
up.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Right. He's fighting
Yeah.
Pacquiao again.
Here's how this is going to go. So if he really commits to boxing again, he can get himself into like Roberto Duran shape and come back and fight young guys. And you can make all this up in 5 fights. That's the thing. But
And then he'll lose it all again.
Well, I hope you learn some damn lessons from this point.
Leopard spots, that
You
whole
think
thing.
so?
You know,
All the
man,
watches,
like,
the having bags with $1 million in cash in it, all that type of stuff. For
Gonna
what?
grow a new brain between them
I mean,
and now?
If you lose 300 and some odd million bucks, I hope that learns you. If not, then you are stupid. I
If
hate
you're
that.
dumb enough to lose $300 million, I think you're probably going to do it all over again.
You think so? Well, I hope it was about 10 years between fights, so it lasted 10 years, and he's close to 50. So I mean, he's playing it close.
Yeah.
You never know, but that's just insane. That is why I don't care. Right there, keeping up with the Joneses and trying to impress people ultimately makes you broke.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. One more thing. This is the other thing I was talking about. We had an issue on the block. There was a little bit of a crisis. There was a garage door that was falling, and there was a lady that was holding it up by herself.
Yikes.
Right. So I saw it from across the street, and I dashed over, right? Because I think I'm half a Batman. I got to save the world.
Okay.
So I go and I help, and on the way over, there's people walking by, and at least 2 dudes.
Nobody
That
stops.
just looked and didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
not cool.
drove me nuts. So I wrote this down, went to the car and wrote this down. It seems like people only mind their business only when help is needed. They mind their business only when help is needed.
as opposed to every other time when they should mind their business.
Your plight is not my problem when effort or empathy is required. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when you mind your business. Drove me crazy.
I don't understand how you could be, to use the scenario that you're talking about, like you see somebody that is having a garage door, it's about to fall down, and they're
Right.
holding it up. You don't go over there and say, do you need
Hey,
a
you-
hand?
you need help?
Immediately,
do you need some help?
Yes.
Yeah, can I help you with that? You know,
Barefoot. I'm over there.
Of course.
Yeah, with the house shorts on.
Oh.
The one with no drawstring.
So you're holding with one hand?
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Which really makes you, if you think you're half a Batman, you're a quarter of a
I'm
Batman.
a quarter
at that
Batman,
point.
right? No drawstring, and this is like 340-pound shorts.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Say no, I know I have the
You
same
know
pair of shorts.
right. So I put my phone in my pocket. Now it's on my knee.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm, like
Oh, yeah.
that. Yeah, hold it
You're
up.
running over there with one hand on the waistband and the other one, I'll be right there to help
I
you.
did my job, and I'm looking at the other dudes like, dude, get over here. Like, I really? Give the dog to your girlfriend and come over here and help.
Help us.
Thank you.
So, DeMarco and I are built a certain way,
Okay.
Marcus. Do you have that pair of shorts in your wardrobe?
I don't have that pair of shorts. I used to have a pair of pajama pants.
Oh, yeah,
like
okay,
that.
same idea.
But yeah, I finally made the move to part ways with them.
Oh.
Like the elastic was worn out. I didn't have a drawstring. It's like, you know what? Who am I fooling?
Yeah.
Let's just move
These
on.
shorts don't have a crotch. Yeah, they're completely.
You're lucky she didn't call the
I was
cops.
just
on
like,
you.
wait, you ran outside in those?
Yeah.
I got my
what?
drawers on. I mean, nothing's hanging out. But
I
I mean,
was
they're-
trying to fix my garage when this maniac came running across the street.
These are my house shorts. And last thing, I figured this out because we talk about like the difference and similarities we have.
Yes.
The one thing we're different on is music.
Yes.
Right. I have to have music around me 24/7. Are you like that?
I don't know. Like sometimes I will drive in silence.
Really?
Amen.
Yeah, I can drive in silence. Not
Let's
every
go.
time, but sometimes, yeah, I can drive in silence.
Laura, you seem like a music person.
I love having music on, or lately I'll have YouTube read me Reddit stories.
Oh, okay.
That's very
I like
interesting.
That.
That's a weird sentence to say out loud.
I'm telling you.
Wait,
it's fun.
What, they'll read you like a news article?
No, like, for example, whether they're like fake AI Reddit stories or just Reddit stories, somebody, an AI version, like person, reads them. So instead of me going and reading them, it's audio.
They're real stories or they're fake stories?
It could be both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fake stories are fun.
Yeah, like the guy that gets
if you
cheated
want
on
fiction,
after 20 years.
Sure.
I bought into the Trey Hendricks into Dallas.
Yeah.
I even texted the agent. He's like, dummy, fake news. My bad. So I thought about this. Music is my DeLorean. It is. That's my time machine. Because
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Every time I hear a song, it'll take me to that place where I was when I first heard it or whatever big moment it was. Now, here's the issue, and I'm sure most of us have had this issue. When you have a song come, especially Laura, maybe, and DeAndre, when you have a song comes on and it makes you smile for various reasons, but you can't tell anybody in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right, okay. There's a song called Interstate Love Song.
Oh, by
By
SDP.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, there was a great moment in my life, and every time it comes on the radio or it comes on my playlist or whatever, I crack a smile.
You kind of go with your hand over your mouth.
I
like
can't
this.
tell a soul why I'm smiling.
Now,
Yeah.
I would hope that none of those people are listening now because you're going to have to answer questions.
They wouldn't notice anyway. They don't know what Interstate. They don't know the name of the song. But yeah, it was funny. Remember the old CD cases?
Oh, yeah?
This is before we had Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
So I had this big CD case. We were leaving New
Like the
York.
one like a notebook?
Yeah, big ones. We had the packet. This is on the road. We had a 4-hour trip. I was already hammered because we had we used to sneak out on the plane.
Yeah.
So I'm hammered. I'm having fun. I just came off a game where I had 3.5 sacks, and I had this thing and this album and this song came on, and what was waiting for me at home, this brand new electric blanket.
Sure.
Get it? You know?
Yes, I get it.
It was nice.
Yes.
Right. It was waiting for me. It was nice and warm. It was already plugged in. See, I just start smiling.
There it is.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
But I can't tell anybody why I'm smiling in the car.
You
so.
said that. I love how you put that. It really is a time machine. Like, it'll take you, there's certain music, instantly college. Certain music, instantly high school. There's music, grade school.
Yes.
Middle school dances, all of that
I
stuff.
love catching songs that I haven't heard that are they're in my brain, but I haven't heard them. And then once I hear it, I access all those memories. There was a song that just came on because they were comparing Bruno Mars, that new song, not the Cha Cha Cha, the other one.
I don't know. I mean, I know he has a new album out.
I Just Might. Is that one?
I Just Might.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically, you make me feel like dancing.
yeah.
I hadn't heard that song in 40 years.
Yeah.
And once I heard it, I'm like, oh my God, I remember drinking Kool-Aid to this
Yeah.
on my big wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's like late 70s.
Right,
Yeah.
on my big wheel with my little stretchy Armstrong guy in the little cake. Yes, see? I remember all that.
Dude.
It's my time machine.
Okay. Do Stretch Armstrong? Did you ever,
I didn't have one, but
what,
I'm
what do you
familiar.
remember about the Stretch Armstrong?
The syrup tasted good.
And it was like radioactive. It was like super toxic.
Yes, but it was sweet.
Yeah. That thing was one of the great, that and the Evel Knievel crank motorcycle were the two top toys of the 1970s.
So every time I'm rocking out, that's what I'm doing. I'm going back in time or forward in time. That's what I'm doing.
Electric blanket, huh?
Well, you know.
All right. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, I guess
that's what we're going with.
You got it.
By the way, I'm going to have to go throw away all the electric blankets in my house. The WBC, Team Mexico, Team USA, coming up in about 45 minutes from right now. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. A reminder that your USC Trojans are back on the practice field with some spring practice action. Find out who's making a name for themselves on Trojans Live tonight at 6 o'clock on 710 a.m. Trojans Live is brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. USA versus Mexico. WBC's awesome. Maybe not as awesome as Kike Hernandez thinks, but pretty darn good. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav on a Monday with Marcas Grant on ESPN LA.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
If I just said LeBron retired today, are they getting closer to a championship than they would if he kept playing this year?
This season?
This season.
That's
crazy to think that, but yeah, I think so.
Start your day with unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
ESPN LA family, on personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Not sure what to do this week? The answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of March 9th. If you're ready for some real baseball, Cosm brings you all the action of the World Baseball Classic Monday with Mexico taking on the USA. First pitch at 5. Tuesday at 4, the LA Kings travel to Beantown to face off against the Bruins. And Saturday, the Nuggets roll into LA to face the Lakers. Tip-off is 5:30 throughout the week. Check out Mystery by Cirque du Soleil. Reimagine in the Dome on a massive 87-foot wraparound LED display. How about something really fun? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is outstanding family fun, and have your mind blown watching The Matrix in shared reality. There's also a full menu of local food favorites, craft cocktails, and beers to enjoy at all the games, movies, and events. And the Cosm Deck offers incredible views and ambiance for date nights. Visit Cosm.com right now for a list of all events. That's Cosm.com, and that's your Cosm calendar for this week. That's your Cosm calendar.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Adam Schefter here. It's tournament time, when only the most talented teams survive in advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Your Monday afternoon, the No Stress Sports Talk Express. Let me tease for Travis's favorite day of the week. Tomorrow, it'll be a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence with me. And tomorrow we'll tell you who Travis had dinner with last night. That's the tease for tomorrow. This is called a horizontal tease to tomorrow. Who did Travis have dinner with last night? We'll find out tomorrow, but right now, more of the No Stress Sports Talk Express for your Monday afternoon drive on ESPN LA.
Me making Kool-Aid. Here's the sugar.
And then the little packet of food coloring.
There you go. Flap it, flap it. Sit. There you go.
You're supposed to use 1 cup of sugar, man.
I mean,
I did.
How
I
big
used
is
1 cup
big
for
is your
all the
cup?
sugar. Right.
Like how big is your cup?
It's like a big extra large big gulp full of sugar.
Yeah, you know.
That's
Your
one
teeth don't
cup.
hurt after one sip. You're not doing it
You
right.
could feel the grit.
Of
like you put
course.
so much sugar in it that it wouldn't even dissolve.
No.
When's the last time you guys had Kool-Aid?
Oh, forever.
Ooh, it's been a while.
I haven't had it in 30 years.
It's been a while.
I think it was some restaurant that sold it. It was a soul food joint, and they did have Kool-Aid.
Oh,
just
really?
as like a fun thing.
Yeah.
I think it was New Orleans.
Did you order it by color or flavor?
They only had 2 flavors.
I mean, it's like
They had
red,
red
and purple,
Purple
right?
and red.
Guess
Yeah.
the flavors.
Let's be honest.
Oh,
Those are the only 2 that matter.
There's sometimes that weird ass green one would show up, but
Only
that
2.
was, the
That's
purple
it.
and red were the
That's
2
the only 2
that
that matter.
Wasn't it the Great Blue Dini?
Oh, I don't know.
I
There was
There was cherry, there was black cherry, both red, tasted the same.
Yep.
There was watermelon, red,
Yep.
tasted
and
the
then there
same.
was grape.
There was grape,
Yeah.
strawberry, red.
Which, as you know, when they changed grape to Purple Saurus Rex was the name.
See,
they
I
gave
think
it.
Great Blue Dini came in. I think that was blue raspberry.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
all right.
Yeah.
The blue one was good.
Yes.
There's blue Kool-Aid?
I think it's the great blue. It's blue raspberry.
Which was wild because raspberry, like I've never seen an actual blue raspberry in nature.
This
like,
is true.
why
It's always bothered me, Marcus.
Right?
It's always bothered me.
Why is this a thing?
Raspberries are red.
They are red. They
If
are
you
not
wanted
blue.
to do blueberry,
Fine.
Well, no,
it's in the name.
Blueberry juice.
But just having like that blue concoction, whether it's the Gatorade or the Kool-Aid, doesn't taste like raspberries. It just tastes like sugar.
No,
just call it blueberry.
It's in your mind. It's in your mind.
Yeah, that's always bothered me a little bit. All right, so WBC, Americans versus Team Mexico coming up about 40 minutes from right now.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I wish, like, let's start with this. You guys see where Kike Hernandez said that the WBC is a bigger thing than the World Series. I think he's just trying to build some hype, but
Kike said it.
That feels like
Yes.
Kike being Kike right there.
It is. Because, look, winning a tournament that takes you 6 months to earn entry into and then another month to win.
Let me challenge it.
Yeah.
What if Shohei said it?
No, he'd be wrong, too.
I mean, what if he said it, though?
No, first of all, he wouldn't because he's not nuts.
What if he said it was more important?
But no, it's like you got to play 6 months to get into the tournament. Then you have to play a tournament that lasts a month long. This thing is 2 weeks. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's super fun, but that was just one of these. I get what you're trying to do, trying to build some buzz, but that was a bridge too far.
I mean, hey, look, man, maybe, I hope Rob Manfred slid him a check just for saying that. A little bit of royal, but no, it's not the same.
So we're going to get to see Skeens today. We're going to get to see Skeens against a Mexican team that's pretty good. They're not in the top three. It's the DR, it's the Americans, it's the Japanese that are the three teams to beat. But the Mexican team has beat the American team the last 2 times that they've played. Yeah. And it does feel, and it's really hard to do what I think the WBC has done, which is create an event out of nothing. And now a good start is put flags on people's uniforms. That's always a really good place to start.
Especially now.
But when this thing started, it's like, about half the guys played. Now we're getting all the best guys on all these teams, and it's become an event that you can tell means a great deal to all of the teams. Before you could tell the Americans were kind of slow playing. Not anymore. They got their very best guys out there.
The best thing that ever happened to the World Baseball Classic was Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout.
Yep.
That was the best because that was the moment. It was one of those things. It's kind of what the All-Star game used to be, right? Where you're like, I would love to see this great pitcher against this great hitter. Like now you see that on a Tuesday because we have interleague play. But it was like, I can see Shohei Ohtani facing Mike Trout and striking him out with a championship on the line. Like that was the best thing that could happen to this tournament. Because one, it grabbed the attention of everybody. Even if you only casually cared about baseball, it grabbed your attention. But also because, to your point, now the Americans are like, oh, now we got to get back at it.
Right.
Like now we got to, we can't let this stand. So like, that's why you have, I mean, I know Tariq Skubal's leaving the team, but you've got Paul Skeens. That's why you've got, Bryce Harper playing and Will Smith and Cal Raleigh, because these guys are like, oh yeah, no, we want to get ours now. Like that was the best thing that could happen to this tournament.
Maybe it's the sport, because when you said Shohei struck out Trout, it does remind me of Kobe running through Powell.
Yeah,
in the Olympics.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. That changed everything for everybody. This is real.
It's the All-Star game is fun. I still like the All-Star game, and baseball just kind of lends itself to that format because if you get in the batter's box, you don't want to embarrass yourself. If you're on the mound, you don't want to embarrass yourself. If the ball's hit you at second base, you're going to field it. You're going to throw it over to first. You're going to be down. But the juice isn't really there the way that it used to be.
Right.
The juice is in this game. The juice was in the WBC. You could tell what it meant to Shohei to strike out Mike Trout. You could tell that Mike Trout, I'm not even trying to be flippant. It's the only important at-bat he's had in his entire career, really, and he failed.
Right.
And that's, I'm not criticizing. I mean, a lot of guys strike out against Ohtani.
That's just hard truth.
That's just hard truth. But you could tell that there was real juice. There's going to be real juice in this game tonight. Well, I think that Skubal going back to the Tigers after pitching against Great Britain, the fact that he even flirted with the idea of coming back tells you how much juice there is. Tarek Skubal is going to go make a fortune, a literal fortune. He's going to go sign a $300+ million deal, and the last thing you do is do anything that could potentially put that at risk. And
unless for a good cause, this could be. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
But obviously not. I mean, that's what I mean. Like you just can't. It's a winning lottery ticket. Just wait.
Well,
right?
I got gassed up for the Olympics and hockey. I wanted them to win the gold for us.
Sure.
Olympic basketball, we must win.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm all in I'm trying to get there with the WBC. I am.
Well, it's still new.
Because it's not that. It's baseball. There's so many factors to it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's what I mean. There's so many things. Even if you have a great team, you can still lose.
It happens all the time.
All the time, right.
The best team, or let's put it the other way, the inferior team in a baseball game will win about 40% of the time. It's the only sport where that's true.
Yeah.
It's a weird deal, but that Scooble was flirting with it, that Skeens is going to go tonight. And then, after tonight's the last game in the pool play, we're going to go into the knockout round. And now you got to make managerial decisions. You got to put your best team out there. The idea of is it Will Smith or is it Cal Raleigh? Well, guys are going to be jockeying to get in these games. There's real juice, and that's hard to do. They've only been doing this about 20 years, and that they've gotten this quick into it in that amount of time is impressive.
This is the 6th tournament.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Japan's won 3 of the previous
They're the only
5.
team to win more than one.
Yeah, so, I think the other part of this is what I think is going to be interesting is how this kind of grows the game internationally, too. I mean, obviously it's huge in Latin America. We know it's huge in Asia. But the fact that you have a Great Britain team, that you've got I love that.
Surprising to me.
I love that. Well, the Italian team is mostly American players that have, Italian heritage. But you've got, where the Netherlands playing, Chinese Taipei. I think Brazil. I think what is going to be interesting is how it grows the game in those sports, because it was great in '92 to have the Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got us, the Dirk Nowitzkis of the world.
Well, it's got us to the point where, to your point, DeMarco, about what we saw in the Olympics in Paris in '24, the Americans won by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, I don't know that we win in '28.
I think it's for the first time in the history of the Olympic basketball tournament since the Soviets and the Americans, and even then, with still if we lost, it was a huge surprise.
Yeah.
Now it's man, I don't know. We'll be the favorites, but not by the way that it was in '92. And I think that's what we have in this baseball. The only thing that you need more of this is you need more than 4 or 5 teams.
Yeah.
If you could get to 8 or 10, then I think you have something that's a little bit more interesting. But when
4
this
or 5
started,
good teams?
4 or 5 teams that have a legitimate chance to win it.
Okay.
I think Korea is just on the outside.
They're on the outside. I think Venezuela can build something.
Yep.
I think those teams can actually build something good. And I think this tournament helps that.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm really excited to see Skeens go with these guys tonight, because he probably pitches the championship game if we get that far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just by the way that it shakes out. So if the Americans get out, do you try to shut him down, try to save a few pitches? You really kind of have to tournament baseball this thing, which until you get to October, you never have to do in the regular season.
Yeah, the problem is this Mexico team's good enough that
sure.
No lead is really safe necessarily with this.
Here's the other thing. If Kershaw doesn't pitch tonight, he probably doesn't pitch at all, right?
Yeah. Because you're not pitching him in knockout.
Oh, really?
The knockout rounds.
No. And do you pitch him against Mexico if it's close just to get him in, or do you just say, you know what,
for blowing him out?
Sorry. No, let's say it's not a blowout. Let's say it's because you're going to need multiple guys. Skeens isn't going to go the whole time. You're going to need a handful of guys.
And there's no guarantee he's going to give it up.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But
you see how my voice went up there?
I know, right?
No.
I don't want to see him get shelled either. I got one quick question for you guys. Where are the umps coming from?
All over.
All over.
Mostly major league umpires, but all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. For the most part, they've been pretty good behind the plate. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do wonder about that when you get into international competition.
It's always
where are they coming from?
It's always part of the equation.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you're facing Mexico in Houston. Houston's been known to, hose some Americans over there in certain situations,
I have not seen anything that felt nefarious to me.
Just making sure. Okay.
It feels like the part about baseball, there's always missed calls.
Yep. Yeah.
So there's always going to be
you might get Eric Gregg tonight.
No, I think the bad calls have just been naturally occurring bad calls.
Just bad calls. Normal bad
They're
calls.
umpires.
They
miss calls. It happens. All right, let's go back to the NFL and kind of go through some of these. Max Crosby Marco, they listened to us. They did what they were supposed to.
They were smart. They didn't listen to Greg.
Thank goodness. You go. Never listen to Greg. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Marcus is here on a Monday on ESPN LA.
The black and gold are flying high.
It's a golazo!
LAFC have opened up 2026 with 5 straight victories. And now the stakes get even higher. The round of 16 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup comes to BMO Stadium.
David! You beautiful young man, you!
LAFC battle Costa Rican powerhouse Alajuelense. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Wow! Hey, Laker fans, it's time to team up with National University for an affordable, achievable bachelor's or master's degree. Choose 4 8-week courses and call timeout anytime. You need free tutoring, career counseling, and more. Plus, NU has a generous transfer credit policy and offers year-round enrollment. Best of all, our Year of You scholarship awards up to $6,000 annually toward an industry-current bachelor's or master's degree. Apply by March 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you heard the refinancing rule of thumb that says you have to drop your rate at least 0.5% to refi because it'll take several years of savings to recoup the closing costs for a refi? Well, Loan Exchange says the rule is nonsense. With a Loan Exchange free closer, you can lower your rate without paying any cost whatsoever. That's right, lower your rate with no cost and your balance doesn't go up. You start saving on the first day you have the loan and every day thereafter. If you decide to move next year or rates drop further, you can exchange that loan for another without losing a dollar that was tied up in closing costs. Today's 30-year fixed-free closer rate in APR is 5.625%. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 5.625%, give the Loan Exchange a call at 855-752-9944 or log on to theloanexchange.com. It won't cost you a thing. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
I saw an LA band, an LA legendary band, really, Ozo Motley.
Oh, awesome.
And shout out to Will Dog, their bass player, who put me on their guest list, which was really appreciated. They're all big 710 listeners.
Are you shocked by that, George?
Right.
Shout out to the guy who got me in for free.
The guy who leads the band. That's right.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show, the Waba Grill Happy Hour, which we do every weekday at 4 p.m. The Waba Grill Happy Hour. Stop by today for 5-piece dumplings and a premium Waba beverage drink like their authentic Thai tea. Both for only $5. Happy Hour is weekdays 3 p.m. to close only at Waba Grill. It's for you. You know what else is for you? More of the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show, the No Stress Sports Talk Express, right now on ESPN LA.
Can I ask a quick NBA question? We don't have to spend a ton of time on this, or we can. Doesn't really matter. Are the Spurs going to win the whole thing?
They really might. They really might.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, better said, Wemby could win the whole thing.
Well, Susan and I went out to grab a drink on Friday night, right? So we go to this restaurant. We're sitting at the bar. Over the bar is the Spurs and who are they? The Clippers on Friday night. Clippers were up by 25 points. And I'm kind of looking at it with one eye. We're just kind of chit-chatting. And I look back at it again. I'm like, it's 17. Look back again. It's 12. This is weird. Hey, it's 8. And they won the game in regulation.
Yeah.
Like, they just absolutely – and don't get me wrong, Wemby was amazing, but they're just loaded.
And then last night
– smashed Houston.
They killed the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Like, the Rockets had no chance. The Spurs had a counter, and they did every single thing right in last night's game, and they blew them out.
And
literally.
And OKC might be a little vulnerable right now.
Well, they beat them, 3 in a row, something like that.
Might be a little vulnerable.
The Spurs got the Thunder's number right now.
I wouldn't be shocked if he comes out with Defensive Player of the Year and Champion all in the same year.
Shoot, he could win the MVP.
Yes,
absolutely.
And we get started with the Wemby era now.
So, okay, funny you say that.
Yeah.
Last year when Oklahoma City won the title, we're like, uh-oh.
The Thunder are a problem for a while now.
Here we go.
Yeah.
SGA is just entering his prime. They've got this deep roster full of great players like Chet and Jay Will and all these. Like they're loaded. And now 1 year later, we're like, uh-oh, here comes San Antonio. And I don't say that because either one of those teams aren't clearly the 2 best teams in the West. They are, but it goes to show you how quickly it can change.
True.
That those guys are good, but there's no guarantee in any of this stuff.
Well, I'm not going to write off the Knicks because the Lakers beat them, and I'm not going to write off OKC because they're struggling right now. And here's the one thing I don't know about Wemby, and no one knows about Wemby. I don't know how he's going to handle a playoff series when you've got to play major minutes and they're being physical with you.
Sure.
He's not the biggest dude in the world. So as of right now in the regular season, he looks like he is ready to win now. But you know what happens once you get to the playoffs. Didn't we say the Lakers in 5 last year?
Yeah.
You never know what happens, right?
The issue with Wemby, though, is because he's so multi-talented, right? If he steps out on the perimeter, either he shoots over you or you're not fast, or if you were tall enough to actually contest, you're probably not fast enough to stay with him. He goes around you. So, like, again, if they dropped him like 40 years earlier, he'd be accused of witchcraft. Like, nobody knows how to handle this guy right now, you know?
And the crazy thing is, teams, like, they ask, like, what's the, like, when it comes to guarding Wemby, like, what is the hardest thing to do? They said, it's actually, it's easier on us when he does settle from the three-point ball. And that's kind of just telling him what he can do all around. Like, if you win games as far as him settling for 3, like, that's crazy.
I'm sure the list of things that people have seen him do that just kind of break your brain is we could sit here and talk about it all day. But I saw one over the weekend where, usually where a guy kind of beats his man and he goes up and under the rim and uses the rim to defend, right? So you just can't come. This dude reaches over the top of the rim and stuffs it from the other side. Like, you're not, like, you usually kind of up and under, and he's just like, no, I'll just put my left hand out, and you can't do that. I'm like, I've never seen that in my entire life. Usually that's the thing when you got a bigger guy on you, go under the rim, put it up off the glass. Nope, that doesn't work either. Like, sometimes there's just no counter move for what he's doing.
There's no answer.
No, not right now. And he could be, like you said, at some point he'll be the best player in the league, if not already. And I think he's proven it. The thing that gets me is on the defensive end. That's what kills me. Like, he baits you in. He thinks you can't. He thinks you think you can't see him, or he doesn't see you, and then the next thing you know, he pins you on the backboard
by one step.
Freaking step.
He's on the 3-point line, and a step later, he's at the rim. It's
crazy.
It's a lot. What'd you make of the Max Crosby deal?
Okay, so I called around. It was free agent frenzy. So I called a friend of mine that's in Baltimore, and I said, congratulations. I think Max is a hell of a player. I think he might be the 3rd best pass rusher in the AFC North. And the guy went ballistic on me. He really did.
Myles Garrett's pretty good.
Myles Garrett,
T.J. Watt's pretty good.
Watt are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Max Crosby just got there. I said he's the 3rd best guy in the division. What do you mean he's 3rd best? Shouldn't he be better than that? I'm like, you know how many guys actually rush the passer? There's like 25, 30 guys. I mean, being 3rd is not bad. So Baltimore improved. They have a pass rush. It will definitely help them in their division. They just got better. Now, the only problem I have with Max Crosby going there is everything in the AFC North is outdoors. It's cold. It could affect his effectiveness some, but we'll see. The other thing is, if I was Myles Garrett, I'd be hot. Max Crosby just got there and has a better chance to win than Myles Garrett, who's been there his entire career.
That's Myles Garrett's fault.
Yeah.
He could have left.
Yeah.
He could have walked out.
He could have got out of there 100 different ways.
Yep. He still can.
The second you take the money, you don't get to complain anymore. And if you want to, then go ahead and make noise and make them forced to trade you. But I don't feel bad for him.
No, not at all. I don't feel bad for him, but I would be hot if I was him because he's got Lamar and you still are dealing with whatever you're dealing with in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you have a chance to leave. And I was telling DeAndre, this is back in the old wrestling days before Vince McMahon took everything and made it a monopoly. There were these thing called the territory days where every different territory, the Northeast, Southwest, all this stuff, they had their different champions. Myles Garrett seems like a territory champion. You only want to be good in Cleveland. It's safe for you there. You can ply your trade. You can be the most dominant player we've ever seen there. Why don't you take that someplace that actually has a chance to win? Because you can force a trade if you want.
Yeah.
You can get the hell out of there and go someplace like Max Crosby and have a chance to win now. I don't get that. I really don't.
Yeah, he seems content there. I mean, they paid him, and he went and set the record there. And I can't look inside the guy's head, but he seems content.
That's neither here nor there. Max Crosby going to the Raiders, or leaving the Raiders, going to Baltimore, I thought was the best move for the Raiders. You get picks. You get to build your football team. The Baltimore Ravens get a top-flight pass rusher, which is going to help them. The only thing is, I don't know how he's going to play in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like the last 2 months of the year.
Yeah,
that's going to be
and like you said before, all four of those teams in that division
everybody's
play
outside. Yeah.
What do you make of it from the Raider standpoint, Marcus?
I mean, I think it's great in terms of just being able to build the roster because, I mean, they had a major talent deficiency across the board. So, we know they got the number one pick. I think we're all assuming they're taking Fernando Mendoza. Getting the offensive line together is going to have to be critical because the offensive line they were about as effective as the tape at the end of a marathon. Like, people just ran through them just all day. So it's about building that. It's about putting things around Mendoza. And so now they've got draft capital. I know they've been very busy today adding a lot of pieces.
They got Linderbaum. They got the best
They did get Linderbaum, so
in free agency.
That's a big step. I know they added a lot of pieces defensively so far today in free agency. So they've got draft picks. They have a lot of cap money to spend. So they've got ways to do it. Now, recent Raider history suggests they'll find a way to screw it up.
What do you mean?
I know, right? Shocking. But they at least have the tools to build this thing.
This is the thing that makes it really interesting to me. And I said this last year, so I'm not saying that I was right because I was very, very wrong on this one. But when they hired Pete Carroll, when they hired Geno Smith, I'm like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense to me. Let's bring some adults into the room. Pete Carroll may be, a little past his prime, but he knows how to coach in the NFL. He knows how to draw up a game plan. He knows how to organize a football team.
He still does.
Geno Smith is an NFL quarterback. Let him do his thing.
I think that's who let him down.
And they were awful. They have the number one pick in the draft. And I don't know if that's just Raider stink, like you're talking about, Marcus, or just those guys just went bad at the worst possible moment.
Yeah.
But I like what they've done so far. Get your quarterback in the draft. You were talking to the before the show, and I want you to get into it again. Just the idea of what Linderbaum allows Mendoza not to have to do. You've got the tight end, you've got the running back, you still have another first-round pick. Like, it feels like they're finally doing some things that make sense to me.
You got some options now, and I think Pete was really let down by Geno Smith. I'm really disappointed in him. He didn't play good at all. Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And now he's fighting with Wendy's. Have you seen that?
Honestly,
actually,
that's kind of the biggest W he's had in a while.
Right, but that kind of says it all.
That was the big.
You're scrapping it out with Wendy's. That kind of says a lot about your mental makeup. So I think Pete was let down by Geno, but neither here nor there. The one thing I haven't heard a lot from or a peep out of is Mark Davis.
Good.
Right, and it seems like the right people are making the right moves. Signing Linderbaum, I thought, was a stroke of genius if you're going to draft Mendoza at number one. We already knew that, but now I know for sure. You just gave him the best center in the business. All you have to do is learn the plays and execute your job. I'll take care of protection. I'll worry about the two guys to my left and right. You just worry about executing the play. That's how it works. Eventually, Mendoza will be that guy. He'll take over. He'll become a franchise quarterback. But as of right now, there's no learning. You take the snap from him.
You don't break him before he even gets started.
Exactly. And you gave him a chance. I think that's a great move. And you spent some money to fix your defense. Great. What division are you in? That's perfect.
Do you just go with best available with the first-round pick they got from Baltimore for this upcoming draft?
I think so, because you have so many needs everywhere. I think you just take best available.
Yeah, you can actually play around with it if you wanted to. I mean, you got your center. You've done a good job in free agency. You're going to get your quarterback. If you want to move up and take somebody else that you really like, why not?
Well, yeah, because you'd have two the following year,
That's what
too.
I'm saying.
You've got a
Why
little
not?
bit of 4 first-round picks in 2 years is
the Raiders
some flexibility.
could look very different after the draft. It's like, whoa, the Raiders did this. They got that. They look pretty good. You can go from a laughingstock to really, really almost quasi-contender status just based on roster alone.
That division is a monster,
right?
Mm-hmm. So Kansas City, we're starting to see what they did. They signed Kenneth Walker. You assume Patrick Mahomes will be Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce, what do you guys make of that? Like, him deciding to come back again and play again, it's like,
Taylor just bored of him being around the house all day?
Like, he just like last year was not particularly inspiring.
No, he's played a
looked
lot. No, he's
old.
played a lot of ball, and he needed some time off. But he's still that same dude. He's still a problem. When he splits out, you better make sure that guy can cover.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
I think the biggest thing with the Chiefs, though, is losing out in their secondary. That's going to be the biggest question because they lost two of their guys to the Rams, and they also lost their safety. So, they still got Chris Jones, but what is their defense going to look like?
I had a dude. He's a trainer at the gym I go to, UFC Torrance, and he's from Kansas City, swears he knows football. He told me Juju Schuster was going to be their starting tight end.
Wait, that's
exactly.
No, but he did you a favor.
Right. Check, please.
Yeah,
I'm out of this conversation.
No, I love those guys. Those are my favorite guys.
Right.
Like, Juju Schuster's going to be their tight end.
You know what?
Yeah,
you got it, man.
Yeah, I thought so too. Have a nice day.
So that was on Sunday when today was, I said, hey, I was just making fun. We got your corners. He goes, I don't care. We don't need them.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
We'll just draft and develop. This is what we do.
This is
we
your
make
fault
corners.
for re-engaging with the guy that thought Schuster was a tight end. Whatever you get from this point is on you. He was willing to let you go, and you doubled down. Let's do a little tip or no tip coming up next. Let me remind you that you can join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast. That is next Monday, 1 week from today, March 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto Duran will go live at 5 o'clock with Lakers pregame before tip-off. And you can watch with fellow fans, enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and enter for a chance to win tickets and exclusive signed gear. Don't miss out. That's next Monday, Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. Little tip or no tip coming up next.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, after 2 straight wins at home, the Purple and Gold are looking to make it 3 as the T-Wolves come to town.
Got it to Rui, now to Luka, three-pointer, good, and Luka delivers the final blow.
Lakers battle the Minnesota Timberwolves at Crypto.com Arena. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Rams fans, D-Far here. I've been with this team for over 30 years as a player and a broadcaster. I've seen a lot of history made in this franchise. But what's about to happen in Australia? That's something none of us have ever seen. The NFL is playing its first ever regular season game in Australia, and True Fan Travel is taking Rams fans down under for the ultimate experience. Flights, hotels, exclusive events, tailgate, and your game ticket, all in one package. Lock in your spot at truefantravel.com. That's truefantravel.com. See you down under.
Smalls here. If it feels like everybody's sick right now, you aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt that you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right in your home. It includes prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs and other common illnesses. It's in your kit the moment you need it. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at the pharmacy, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook and call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Order your medical emergency kit online in minutes and it ships to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Again, that's $45 off with promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's urgentcarekit.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
Thanks, Chris. Glad to see you doing well. All right, guys, we love food around here, and I bought something over the weekend that I thought was super cute, and I wanted to just show the YouTube.
Oh.
Okay. If I were to gift you something, look at this, Trav. If I were to give you something like this, would you think that this is a prop or a toy? It's like a mini Doritos.
He's got to see it up
cheese.
close. Look how small that bag is. It's about the size of my phone. A
No,
Doritos bag.
smaller. Way smaller.
Are you asking me if I think there's chips in it or a
yes.
toy?
Is it a toy or is it chips?
I would
like
assume chips.
Well, I wouldn't say chips plural.
Chip.
Yeah, right. I would, but yeah, I would assume there's like actual food in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I bought these. I thought they're cute. There is actual food in here.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 70 calories, which I still think it's a lot for this tiny thing. But so my niece had came over yesterday after, and she saw them when I had them laid out. She goes, "Oh my God, those are so cute." She thought they were toys.
Oh.
And I was like, "No, they're actual chips." But anyways, my tip or no tip was, would you think that there was actual food in there? I just thought these were
tip.
adorable.
Oh, yeah, tip.
Look at how cute these
I
are.
think that might be more waste for me, though. Because
the empty bags.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
need
eat
like
10 of
3
them.
or 4.
I'm gonna need
Right.
several
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them, right?
Yeah.
Even the regular size ones are not quite enough.
Dude, I'm at the family bags now.
No judgment from me.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not judging
I'm
you.
going through family bags.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Hot Cheetos? I have a hot Cheeto thing. But anyways, I thought they were cute and I wanted to show them. All right, so let me actually get to my first tip or no tip. So Dak Prescott and his fiancée, Sarah Jane Ramos, have reportedly called it off after their wedding was set to go 1 month from now. I believe it was like April 10th or something like that.
Getting close to the finish line.
Yeah, it was happening in Italy. So reports say the relationship had been rocky for months, but things boiled over during a joint bachelor and bachelorette party in the Bahamas where the couple had a major argument and Ramos ultimately called off the wedding. The couple, who started dating in 2023 and got engaged in 2024, shared 2 children, and are now expected to focus on co-parenting and moving forward. I know that some of the narrative out there was saying that he asked for a prenup, she wasn't happy, and that might be an issue as to why they called it quits. But I'm going to focus on something else. Tip or no tip? Joint bachelor/bachelorette parties are a terrible idea.
I'm going to go tip. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Neither did I.
There's no way in hell I'm having a bachelor party in full view of the person I'm getting ready to marry.
Well, you're not going to have the bachelor party you want.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Are you out of your mind?
No. We were just going to go to Chili's and get a queso platter, I swear.
Yeah. But not just for me
Yeah,
having fun. I don't want to see that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, you
No.
know what I mean? Yes.
I mean, I'm with you. A tip for sure.
Yeah.
I've heard of them, but I'm with you. Like, it just seems from the jump like a terrible idea.
It's
like
a wedding shower.
Why would you want to?
I don't know.
that?
No, tip. It's unanimous in this room. No. Look, part of what do I know? I don't know anything. Part of having a
You've been
successful
married for a long
relationship
time.
is you can have your own things and I'm going to have some of my own things,
Yes.
and that's okay. Not everything needs to be a
United.
two-person unit. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can like your stuff. I can like my stuff. You can go with your friends. I can go with mine. It works out. It's
Yes.
okay. We'll be fine.
You don't have to like wrestling.
Right.
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you think that it's as someone who's not married and, we talked about that, my boyfriend and I would not want this. I would want him to go do his own thing.
Yes.
I want to do my own thing. Wouldn't it be if your fiance, because you guys are all guys, your fiance would be like, hey, I want a joint thing, like a red flag for you?
I don't know if red flag is the word.
We both paused pretty
Yeah,
hard.
you bought, because I would, like, if he would be like, yo, babe, let's do a joint
here's-
thing.
I want to change it a little bit. I would argue that I don't think we get that far down the line without me understanding you kind of roll like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I've learned earlier in our relationship that you don't trust me enough to let me go do my own thing. So that's the red flag. There's virtually no chance that we're getting to engagement, bachelor and bachelorette party, and that's the first time that you won't let me out of your sight.
That's
that goes
true.
up.
I'm surprised you passed up the whole prenup story. I thought that's where you were going.
Well, because the report.
What's wrong with signing a prenup?
Oh,
Why is that a
nothing.
deal breaker?
I personally would sign one in a heartbeat.
How much
I've always
money
said
did he
that.
sign for?
A lot.
A lot.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still going to be together. Can you just sign this?
Yeah.
If it's a no, then that's a red flag.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, like Ireland, when I used to work for that show, loved bringing up prenups. So for me, he would always be like, Laura, what do you think? And I was like, dude, sign it. I mean, if I came into the relationship with $1 to my name and that's the dollar, that's mine, whatever we build together, we build together. But whatever you came into the relationship with, that's yours to keep.
That's the most elusive Dak has been his entire career. Good job.
Can I be honest about something? I actually went to. I was part of a joint bachelor and bachelorette party.
Oh.
We did it in Vegas last year.
Go on.
I would say that it feels like there's our limitations as far as what you can and can I do? Yeah,
it's almost maybe it's like if you bring your parents to your bachelor.
Don't you feel like you're getting babysat?
Like, yeah, it's just a little bit like, okay.
You said it right. I can't have the party I want when you're here.
When you're here.
Yeah.
If both parties in this couple both just want to have a big party and hang out with your friends and go out to dinner and hang out by the pool and go to see a show or whatever it is, that's fine. But if you want to have a different type of party, that's fine too, but you just can't do them
Can't
together.
do it together.
The pit bulls I used to run with, they would have beat my ass. My wife's coming to the bachelor party. Are you out your mind?
No. Listen, women are just as bad as men.
I'm sure
if
they are.
Not worse. So I'm not trying to have you there.
Either way, right? Exactly.
Yeah, nah, man.
Just leave me out of it.
So moving on to strip clubs. Actually, a strip club in San Francisco called the Gold Club has brought back one of their most, some say, bizarre lunch deals in America. A $5 all-you-can-eat buffet. The buffet became famous a few years ago, but then it got shut down because of COVID, and now it reemerged last year. So apparently the food is really good. It says they have good fried chicken, pasta, veggies, salad, and so forth. And you get everything for $5, and that includes a cover charge from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can eat unlimited food while you're sitting down the strip club during your lunchtime. And in San Francisco, an average lunch is about $20. So, tip or no tip, if the food is good and cheap, it shouldn't matter where it's located.
No tip.
Okay.
It doesn't matter where it's
Yeah.
located. And that's not necessarily.
Well, if you're struggling,
look. Trust me, I've scrounged and found. Look, the Del Taco tacos have held me down for long. So cheap is not an issue for me, right?
Yeah.
Price is not an issue. Location sort of matters, though, right?
if I'm starving, and this is my last $2.
You still need to find 3 more.
Right, exactly.
And maybe an extra, 3 more to.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, you don't have to tip the
I don't think so.
the entertainment,
eat,
right?
okay.
Like that. If I'm just there for the buffet, right? I'm just trying to load up on wings and crab legs and stuff, whatever. Like I don't have to tip the entertainment.
I don't think you can. Right.
Yeah, I'm with Marcus. If you are literally down to your last $5 and you're starving, knock yourself out.
Right.
But if theirs is just, there are other places I can go to get a cheap lunch. Yeah.
$5 all you can eat? That's not bad.
That's kind of heavy for like 11 to 2, right?
It's also I noticed they put it at the kind of non-prime time hours.
Right.
In every sense of the
In
word.
every sense of the word.
Yeah.
All right, one more. So yesterday I was telling you guys we went shopping, blah, 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 right? So we were one of the last people at the store that we were at. So we're trying to hustle out of there because I hate being the absolute last person. It was about 2 minutes to, for the store to close. Luckily, I don't have to make a line because I scan and go and I'm out. But I noticed that there was people still kind of roaming around the store, taking their sweet time. And I saw an employee saying, hey, in 2 minutes, we're closing. Can you pretty much hurry it up?
What? This is a grocery store?
It was Sam's Club.
Okay.
Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the ladies got upset because she was like, well, I'm doing my shopping. I got here before X amount of time, and I've never been told that I have to hurry up. So tip or no tip, you avoid going to either a grocery store or a restaurant when you know it's about closing time.
Tip.
No tip.
Really? You'll go?
If I need something.
So
I won't put up a fight. If they tell me I can't come in, I can't come in. But
restaurants,
you never know when you need some
restaurants
margarita
for
mix.
sure. I'm not going to go near closing time because they're going to be annoyed, and that's how you get your food spit in.
Like point.
So I used to live across the street. I had an old apartment. It was across the street from a Rite Aid, and I knew the Rite Aid closed at like 10 o'clock or whatever it was. Like there were multiple times I ran in there at like 9:57, but I was like, hey, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly where it is. I mean, I just need whatever, deodorant. I know where it is. Let me just go grab it and bring it back. You know, so like that way I'm like sort of like, hey, I know you guys want to get out of here. Like I'm not gonna hold you. That's kind of
no. I don't avoid. I'm not in Marcus's situation. I would walk through the door at 9:57, but I'm fully understanding I'm leaving by 10.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to get in and out as quickly as I can.
That amount.
The woman, or you said it was a woman, or am I putting my own spin on this? I don't know.
Yeah,
the person,
women, yeah.
the person that says, well, that's not my problem.
Sounds like you're shopping.
Yeah. Like, and if you want it, I will do you. So I said, listen, I know, I got as quick as I just need 5 more minutes. No problem. Take all the time you need. I'll be up here, but we do need to kind of wrap this up. But don't give somebody an attitude.
No. Please
just go get your deodorant, your toilet paper, or whatever.
Tell me a good story. I was late, flat tire. I got to shop. I got kids at home. Tell me a story.
Great. What else can I grab for you? Because we need to close the store.
Help you.
Let
right.
me help
there you go.
Yeah. No, I'm just no confrontation.
No, not at all. Nope.
We're all good. The kitchen, though, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, no, not at a restaurant. If they're closing the kitchen, no.
You know what I hate, though? Because it happened to me at the mall. It says open at 11. 11 a.m., Nordstrom's were open.
Yeah.
So they wait until like 11.
Oh, yeah, no.
We're sitting, it's 57. Can you just let us
in?
No.
Why?
Costco's like that, too.
No, man.
They roll that gate up at 10 o'clock on the number.
Again, I worked at the Gap for a while.
Yeah.
And I worked a Black Friday before Black Friday became like super madness. But like everything in the mall opened, like Macy's or whatever, they opened at like 4. We opened at 6. And we would see people sprinting through the mall. And they would see us in there folding again. Like they would knocking on the glass. We're like, come back at 6 o'clock. And at 5:57, they're standing there at the door like, okay, well, you're going to wait for 3 minutes before you get in here to buy your sweater.
He's standing behind the door checking his phone.
Before you buy your sweaters, you got to wait for 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
So you can wait 3 minutes for a sweater. You're fine.
I used to work at Sears, so
Me too.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned. So listen, if it's 10, it's 10. But what I get mad at when they say they open at 9 or 10, and it's like 9:05.
No,
that's different.
like,
No,
That's a
problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Now that makes me mad.
You can open it 90 seconds early, bro. I'm sitting right here.
Or we can wait till with the sign that says 10
Yes.
o'clock. And we'll open it
Would you
then.
make me wait? Just don't expect the hello when I walk in.
That's fine. I'm not looking for friends. Yeah.
I didn't really want to talk to you either.
I'm good. Hey,
You've been staring at me for 7 minutes.
I just got to go fold more sweaters or put more sockets on the peg.
I'm starting to get PTSD when I used to work at Home Depot, and they'd be waiting out there just to get all the lumber and all that stuff.
So those guys are going to work.
They're going to work.
Yeah.
So I had a little sentimental side. I kind of get it because you guys are trying to get in and out, trying to get to your job, but there's some people like, dude, your little Milwaukee chainsaw is not going anywhere.
Yeah. Get 3% on those when I used to sell those. I'm just saying. I know those. Those were a good one. All right, let's go back to the Lakers. Talk about the win they had against the Knicks. Of course, they did it without LeBron James. We were talking a minute ago about whether or not they should. Let's talk about whether or not they ever actually would have that conversation. That's coming up next. Marcus is here on a Monday. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
This weekend, I made an exception because it was so summertime out, and I was walking the beach, and I was like, you know what? There are other people out here that look way fatter than me, and they got way more confidence than I do. So screw it. I'm taking my shirt off.
You do F45, you box, you do all the stuff. You be proud of your body.
I know, but I still look at myself, and I just am disgusted. You know what I mean? Can't help it.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Call Jacob. From courtside to curbside, when accidents happen, Jacob's the one you call. 800-345-6789.
3 decades of experience. Jacob has got the rep to get you the compensation that you deserve. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Yeah, I used to bump this on my Civic when I was in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you had that Civic?
Yeah. I got the 210 subs in the back of the trunk.
Really?
You know, it made everything rattle.
Yeah. And you pull up to a red
subwoofer
light.
action.
Yeah. Pull up to a red light. A guy like me is sitting next to you, and I got to close my windows because your windows are down, and you are just, it's loud.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man. What the hell, bro?
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Hey, it's May. Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play just $5. That's right. Prize Picks now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. Pick from all your favorite sports, anything from basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports, and more. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast and secure. Prize Picks accepts most major payment methods, making deposits into your account quick and easy this sports season. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MACE, M-A-S-E, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, after 2 straight wins at home, the Purple and Gold are looking to make it 3 as the T-Wolves come to town.
Got it to Rui. Now to Luka. Three-pointer. Good. And Luka delivers the final blow.
Lakers battle the Minnesota Timberwolves at Crypto.com Arena. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
The home of Rams football. And now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Your Monday afternoon, the No Stress Sports Talk Express. Let me tease for Travis's favorite day of the week. Tomorrow, it'll be a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence with me. And tomorrow we'll tell you who Travis had dinner with last night. That's the tease for tomorrow. This is called a horizontal tease to tomorrow. Who did Travis have dinner with last night? We'll find out tomorrow, but right now, more of the No Stress Sports Talk Express for your Monday afternoon drive on ESPN LA.
Very exciting who I had dinner with last night, but I will tell you, we'll do that tomorrow. I will tell you what I had for dinner last night. Little octopus ceviche.
Octopus ceviche.
Oh,
man. Wow.
It was phenomenal.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I may have had a bowl that was about that big.
Of course.
It was
As well you should, sir.
I don't octopi?
Yeah, sure.
Octopuses?
Right.
I had an entire one.
Okay.
I just feel like it was a good hearty portion. It was quite good along the way. USA Mexico coming up in just a little bit. Paul Skeens going against the Mexican team today, so that game's starting here in just a couple of minutes. The Lakers beat the Knicks last night. We all admit, or agree, I should say, that that was their best win of the season. They did it without LeBron James. They are 9-2 with LeBron out and AR and Luka both playing. Now, there's some context to that. The 11 games that they've played have been against some lesser opponents, so take that for what it's worth. I think we all agree that if you're going to go for it, the best lineup for the Lakers includes Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic in the starting 5 and LeBron James playing with a second unit.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance in the world that the Lakers would actually pull the trigger on that, or are they just not going to mess with LeBron like that?
I don't think so. If they presented LeBron with an option and they were dead set, hey, look, we're just going to go with these two for now because the metrics, the numbers, the analytics say that we're better, and we just beat the Knicks. And who are they playing next?
They play Minnesota tomorrow.
Okay. If they beat Minnesota, they go on a little mini heater, and we just want to see how this works. We have a plan for you. It would be coming off the bench, and I would leave it up to him. Now, I would bet if LeBron is presented with that option, and it's real, and that's what they're going to do, ow, my elbow, ow, my ankle, ow, my foot, and he's just going to be out for a while. and let him deal with the fallout, and they move ahead with Luka and AR. But I don't know. It just seems weird. Like John said on the way out, LeBron is too popular of a player to mess over or do wrong. You have to treat it with kid gloves. So I'm still thinking you got to get the best out of the three of them on the floor to finish out the year.
Yeah, I want them to do it, but I just don't think there's any way where they actually do it, because I do think if it were the difference between, hey, listen, we are this team that we've seen this year where they're okay. They're not. It's not like they're a bad team, but the chance of them winning a title are somewhere between slim and none. And if you did make this move, it's like, hey, man, you're right there with the rest of these guys. You have a better than a puncher's chance. You're one of the 4 or 5 teams that we could legitimately see getting into the championship round. I think they would do it. But I think that the win, for lack of a better description, in making that move is just barely incremental. So why go to the trouble of creating this firestorm of whatever would come if you did do it? It's just not worth it.
No,
May not be worth it.
And I don't think they do it. I don't think it's going to happen. And I feel like when you hear J.J. Redick talk about it, it's when the players talk about it, we're trying to figure out how to make this work with the three of them, with the big three, right? We got to figure out how we can get this group playing well together, because I just think that there really is no, to your point, it doesn't make them exponentially better to just sit one of them, to split them up and have them be on two different lines, essentially.
Well, it makes them better. It may not improve their championship
there you go.
deal. Right.
Yeah. So I think that doesn't help. And you do sort of risk creating just a really toxic atmosphere, I think, down the stretch. For what end, I guess.
Okay, so I agree with all of that. I think the atmosphere would be bad. Okay, it's just bad to very bad.
If
Devil's advocate, yes. Devil's advocate. Okay.
Well, which part would be bad?
The energy in the room, because you're taking one of the all-time greats and you're relegating him to a backup role either at the end of his career or near the end of his career. That, for lack of a better description, it would be disrespectful to do it. You can't do that to a player that has served you as well as LeBron, et cetera, et cetera. But I would come back to, okay.
Right.
Like, you
may get the opposite effect.
Yeah, okay. What's your point? Like, we're going to do it. This gives us a better chance of doing this. If you're uncomfortable with that, sorry, not sorry, we're doing it anyway.
True. You may get the opposite effect because, I don't know, I have to go back and look. DeAndre Ayton played with a lot of energy last night.
He sure did.
I wonder why. I do. I wonder why. Maybe he feels better when certain guys aren't on the floor or when certain guys are on the floor. So I would be curious as to what the players would think if the Lakers decided to make this move. You may get the dead cat bounce. You may get a whole different team, more effort than you saw. And the other thing, I'm curious about this with LeBron, because I know how these top-flight athletes think. They think it's always better if they're on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got eyes. I wonder if he knows. They might be better with me sitting over here. I wonder if he knows that. I wonder if he can see that. I'm curious, and it might make it easier to make that transition.
I was just thinking, though, like in regards to LeBron being on the bench, stuff like that, what if JJ is answering that as far as staggering their minutes? Because we have seen him do that. What if that is his answer into correcting and fixing things? I understand that they still start on the basketball court together and they still close out games.
That's the
issue. But as far as in the spurt and throughout the games, and then having the method of, okay, pairing up Luka Doncic and AR on the basketball court together at the same time, but we're also going to make sure we put LeBron James in with the secondary unit. What if that is his way of addressing it?
Seems like it.
I think if you could do it like that, with one exception, I think you could start them all. Doesn't really. The starting five to me is window dressing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not that big of a deal. I know it matters more to some people than others, and if it matters, fine. It's the last 8 minutes of the game, not the first 8 minutes of the game. The last 8 minutes of the game is, I can't worry about ego. I got to put my best guys out there. And I think about it like this.
Well, sometimes the Nuggets, you lost that in the first 3 minutes.
You're right, and that's an example of the opposite. But I do think that this is a function of, because you said what you said about DeAndre Ayton and DeMarco, I think is really on point. I think that the thing that jumped out at me yesterday wasn't that the offense looked better. It did. It wasn't that Rui was better. He was. It wasn't that DeAndre Ayton was better. He was. Marcus Smart was 1 of 10 for the field, but he was like a plus 27. Like, he did a whole bunch of other stuff. He's playing hard, nearly crashed into Bill Maher and took his head off, like the whole thing, right? But
missed it by that much.
I know, right? all of these things were the energy level across the board was way up. And that to me isn't just, well, Rui had a good night, or, Marcus Smart was doing all the, like, they can play with a level of intensity when he's not there because, and this is not a knock on LeBron at all. This is just the fact of having a 40-something-year-old guy on your team. LeBron can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
He can't give you 36 minutes of intense basketball on both ends of the court. Those other guys, I think, showed you that they won yesterday because they were really good defensively.
I think the conversation is, and maybe it's not semantics, I don't think, but it's the difference of putting your best players on the floor versus putting your best lineup on the floor in the eight. Because if you're talking about just putting your best players on the floor, then yeah, absolutely. Like there's LeBron is out there, there's no question about it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's their best lineup. And I think that is sort of that dichotomy that they've got to figure out is can they turn their 5 best players into what is actually their best lineup? Because that's not what it is. Right.
True. The only thing that gives me pause when we say this is their best win, I need the Knicks to keep winning.
Yeah, I get it. I understand
because
that completely.
I'm not sure what's happening to the Knicks right now.
Knicks are good.
They are. I hope so.
And not only are the Knicks a good team, they're a really good offensive team. I think.
Yeah.
And I think they're
they
the
had
third.
a bad day shooting.
Bad day.
Now maybe it was two things happening at the same time. They had a bad day shooting on a day where the Lakers actually played really good defense.
Yeah.
Because I get it. I think they scored the third most points in the league on average game to game. The Lakers did a good job. The Lakers have to get at least a little credit for what they did defensively yesterday.
Especially when holding the opponent under 100 points.
Today's
NBA.
There.
The Knicks had 97 points total. Like that's a sign to the Lakers doing something as far as correcting the defensive end of the floor.
I want to go back to something you said a second ago that maybe LeBron knows.
I wonder if he does.
Okay, let's say for the sake of the conversation that he does. Does that elbow stay sore? Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
It's the one thing you can't prove or disprove.
It doesn't feel good.
Right.
I can't go.
And at that age, I bet everything hurts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And yesterday was the elbow and what was it, like ankle or foot or something? Some other
Left
foot
arthritis.
Yeah.
I was making fun of him for falling down and hurting himself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was sciatica, right, at the start of the season.
Right.
It was,
what I'm saying. Like if he just was unable to go, I don't think now maybe we behind closed doors, but I don't. He's 40-something years old. He's playing like still a pretty good player when he plays, but he gets hurt. It's fine. It's not abnormal. Could that be an off ramp that they could explore?
It could. So the other guy's playing with energy and playing better without him, right? And I go back to the Chris Paul example, and this is everyone that used to play when they would say Kobe would change the play, or people that played with LeBron would say he would change the play. You know what I mean? Like on the floor. So what if you have guys that when the call comes in, they like what JJ wants to run, but then LeBron wants to change the play. Now, what are you going to do if you're Smart, Vando, everybody else? You'll do what LeBron wants to do.
There's just no way to do what I think we all hope happens with both LeBron James and Luka Doncic on the same team. That there has to be 1 and 2. There can't be 1 and 1. They're the old line from the office. There's a reason that submarines don't have 2 captains, right? That you get 1, and the other guy can't ascend all the way. We know that Luka's their best player. Nobody's arguing that he's not their best player. We get it. Austin Reeves is probably their second best player. LeBron is probably their third best player. But that doesn't mean that the gravity of having LeBron James in your locker room, on the bench, on the floor, it's never going away. Until he's gone, the gravity of his presence will always make other people make decisions that they would make that are different than if he were not there.
Well, you can't send him home like Chris Paul. He's too good. You can't. But what you can do is you've got a foot, you've got an elbow, you've got a back, you're done. And we'll go with these other 2 guys and move into the summer. I think that's the best way out if you wanted to remove him from the lineup. Other than that, you keep at it with JJ and trying to make this big 3 work.
Does this add clarity to if there was any confusion as to what they were going to do at the end of the year, or is this, they were moving on anyway, and they're still moving on anyway?
Yeah, I think this kind of seals it at this point. And I think for both, like I don't know what LeBron would want to do, but I definitely think from the Lakers side, like we appreciate what you've done for us. I think it's time for us to move.
Okay, be careful. LeBron shows up in the next game or whenever he plays, and he does this thing again, and he saves the day.
It's a really interesting point, DeMarco. I really don't. I think he could go and score 40 points a game from here to the end of the line, and I still think they're out of the LeBron business.
Could be.
I know. I don't think that there is any scenario where they're like, you know what, let's do it again.
I just think because they have obviously committed to Luka being the future of the team, and it just at some point it's just not tenable. It's a little thing, but it's a telling thing, right? Like after a bucket once. And this is like early on, but whoever's going to inbound is there, and both LeBron and Luka are standing there like,
give me the ball,
like give me the ball, right? It's just kind of it's a little thing, but it's just that kind of power struggle sort of between the two of them. And at some point, the Lakers have cast their lot with Luka Doncic. The other guy kind of has to move on.
I was listening to Andy Kamenetsky's podcast this morning, the Laker podcast, and they were talking about the hidden benefits of Luka Doncic being on the 1T and you're gone thing. And when you watched it, it's like he can't complain the way he used to. Like he's because he gets another one. It's like instead of the constant what's going, it's like run back to Billy. Like was it a coincidence that we're on the 1 yard line? And oh, by the way, he had a really good defensive game yesterday.
Who did we ask? Like he's been to 15 before and stopped.
Yeah.
So he's been up to the point. Like we said, he's like a petulant child.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to take it all the way up to the line.
It's like if I'm JJ, I'm like to the referees, like let's get to 15 in December. Like let's get this thing on the boards quickly so we can get it, because I got to run back now. I can't just sit here and bellyache to you the entire time. I got to. It just seemed like either that's a hell of a coincidence or there's something there.
And that seems like Vando's job. Whenever Luka's talking to the official, just kind of stand there. Just make sure.
Doesn't Luka speak like 7 languages?
Yeah.
Just pick one that the referee doesn't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can say whatever you want to me in Slovenian. I don't know what that means. Have a nice day.
Hold on a minute. Time out. Google Translate.
Tone matters, though.
You just called me a...
Tone does matter. You're right, DeAndre. Yes. But if you're sending me going, I'm like, okay.
Sure.
Like,
right.
I'm just running back down to the other end of the floor.
I actually got a quick question, though. So, seeing the duo between Luka and Austin Reeves, and seeing the success that they have been having on the floor together, is this going to be something that we can see them building off of as far as going into the offseason? Like, is this the duo that really can lead the Lakers into championship contention for the foreseeable future?
Not just them.
No, but saying, because like we're seeing them having success on the court together, but with not the right pieces that we always keep on circling around. If you do build the right pieces, you do put 3-and-D wings, you do put a real rim protector, you actually have a consistent three-point shooter, can they actually be that duo to consistently lead?
They can get you to where you are right now, maybe a little bit better playoff standing, but you still have the same problem that we talked about an hour ago. Wemby. You still have OKC. You still have the rest to deal with. I don't know if Luka and AR, even if you build around them, is going to be enough.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
but this kind of goes back to something that we were talking about. I don't know if it was on Monday when you were here last time, Marcus, or later in the week. But one of the parts of the three-headed monster that the Lakers have right now that concerns me about really all this season and why I've kind of hit the point of, let's just see what happens, is there haven't been enough glimpses of, ooh, that was great. More of that. It's been really few and far between. So to your point, DeAndre, there are glimpses with those two guys. There are a lot of glimpses with those two guys to think that, okay, those two guys, they fit really well together. Like those two pieces fit snugly and properly. So if you do give them everything else they need, you give them more athletic guys, you give them better defenders, you give them better three-point shooters, that feels like something that, all right, there's the spark. Let's give them everything else they need. Whereas this other thing's like, I don't even know what to do with this. We can't figure it out. No, so that I do think there's a lot.
Don't get me wrong. Like the Utah Jazz back in the day with Stockton and Malone was built. They were good, but they weren't good enough to get over the hump. But you might be right there knocking on the door a bunch of times.
That I don't want to say something you can live with, but that's something that at least you could, like, we're getting better. Like this isn't like we might not be good enough to beat Victor Wembanyama, who may be, generationally talented and unbeatable, or whatever Oklahoma City's going to throw in there. But that's different than just having a bunch of pieces that don't fit together.
Nash and Stoudemire they didn't win, but they weren't an easy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be a great team and not win, but I don't know if it's going to be enough based on what Wemby is about to do. Like you said, that dude could win a championship now. The Wemby era could start. It might have already started and we didn't know it.
You know where it might have started was in the Olympics.
Yeah. It absolutely, I think, started in the Olympics.
Could be.
Again, if it took every ounce of Steph Curry, and
Embiid and Curry and Durant and Booker.
LeBron D'ing up on Jokic in the round before that.
Right.
It was Steph going. Which, side note to that, I just remember Steph hitting those shots and like people on Twitter being like, "Is this what it's like to be a Warriors fan?" And for me as a Warriors fan, I was like, "Yes, this is exactly what it's like to be a Warriors fan." Yes, 100%.
No, it did feel like like he doesn't even know what's up yet, and he's still giving everybody everything they got, and he seems to have that thing that is, and I don't know if Luka has the thing. And here's Luka showed up and was really, you know where I'm going, don't you?
Yeah.
Right? Luka showed up. It's like, oh, that guy's awesome. The next thing is like, he's awesome, kind of the same. Next year, hey, he's awesome, kind of the same. Hey, he's awesome, kind of the same. Wemby's like, man, what the hell is that? Yeah. Oh my God, he's better. Oh my God, he's better. Like right. You know who else was like that? Magic Johnson. Where every year Magic Johnson would come back. It's like, wait, did Magic learn how to shoot?
Right.
Hey, did Magic become a good free throw shooter? Magic get a post game? Magic get a little baby hook? Like Magic would add a layer to his game seemingly every offseason to the point where Magic was a problem to begin with, but then 5 years later, it's like there's no weaknesses in his game.
Hey, Luka took a charge. He took two, right?
There's also just that feeling of those guys you mentioned, whether it's Wemby, whether it's Magic, whether, earlier LeBron, right?
Sure.
Just that feeling of, I want to be a world destroyer. Like, that's kind of what it is. And, you see it sometimes from Luka, but I don't think you see it consistently.
It took him, what is this, his 7th year in the league? 6th year?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Took that long to say, you know what I'll do? I'm going to at least eliminate the variable of my fitness.
I'm going to lose weight.
Right?
He's 5 years in a row, he's been all NBA.
No.
That's hard.
I'm not saying it's easy, and that's why I started with he's awesome, but he's just, is Luka Doncic a lot better than he was when he came to the league? He's better, don't get me wrong, but has he just made these leaps and bounds year after year like Wemby has, like LeBron did, like Magic did? I don't know,
Not
man.
yet. I did you see the debate with Michael Jordan? They played the second half of that thing. It was the GOAT debate.
Okay.
And I thought his quote was, they use how basketball changes, and they use that as an argument against older players, meaning him. But he said players, they take the game from where it is and evolve it and make it better and make it bigger. To that point, I don't think Luka has evolved at all. I think he's been the same guy. He's averaged 30 points a game for since he came in, but it's always been the same thing.
That's it. He is a great
He's
offensive
a scoring
player,
machine, right?
That is unguardable when he gets going. That was true when he showed up.
Yep.
That's true today.
Yeah, but I'm fine. But I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
as long as you supplement that with other things.
I'm stealing it, by the way. So don't you didn't say it. I said it.
Okay.
The world destroyer, right?
Yeah,
that idea of no. I'm not here to make an All NBA. I'm here to win as many of these as I possibly can while I'm here. That was LeBron's goal. That was Jordan's goal. That was Magic's goal. That was Bird's goal. That was.
I never got that from Luka.
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
Not
and
yet.
Again, he didn't get here yesterday.
But he's super competitive, though. He is petty.
He
will go at your bench. He'll go at you. He'll go at anybody.
He's chirpy.
He's chirpy.
He's chirpy.
But if he were, and I'm not saying he's not competitive. He is. But there was never a moment where LeBron James was out of shape. There was never a moment where he wasn't adding to his game. Like, there are some things that because you're so talented, you can just kind of let slide.
I don't think it bothers him when people say other guys are better.
I think something like that.
I think if you said to LeBron or Kobe or whoever that this guy might be the best player in the league, if it wasn't true, they'd go out of their way to prove it to you. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm not sure.
Like,
who am I? I'm not sure if Luka really cares about that, and that might be what we're talking about.
Going back to what you said about the war, about Steph Curry.
Yeah.
No, he wants to kill you.
Steph's game at his peak was wildly different than when he showed up in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his body was wildly different than when he
skinny kid with bad ankles when he got to the league.
And now he's one of the greats of all time, and he just got better and better and better and better. And it was always this: oh my God, did he learn how to do this?
Right.
Did he learn how to do that?
It's,
like I said, Luka
Happy learned how to putt.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
What did you think of the sequel?
It was fine.
Yeah,
it was a good.
That's the right answer.
It was a good nostalgia trip. It was fine.
Yeah, that's how.
I like it. It's nice to catch up with Happy. And what's his name?
Bad Bunny?
Nope, the other one.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter. Come on.
It was a good laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, okay, I'm glad I saw that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Will you ever watch
Probably
it again?
never watch it again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's fast
either.
food. Throw
Yeah.
the bag.
Watching it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first one that comes on,
classic.
That settle in. We're
Not
gonna watch
as
this whole
bad as
thing.
Caddyshack 2.
Nothing is. I will die on that hill.
Not as bad as another stakeout.
The gap from the widest gap between sequels
Mm-hmm.
is the gap between Caddyshack and Caddyshack 2.
Yes.
Caddyshack of its time was incredibly funny and body and all these things. And Caddyshack 2 looks like
It was none of that.
some high school kids made it.
Who's this dude up to bat for Cuba? That's my type of athlete.
Oh,
the Spain. Alfredo, I believe.
he was in the big leagues briefly, wasn't he?
He was.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now he
Yes,
looks
sir.
like he's playing in a beer league softball.
That's size 46 underwear.
Oh, he's going to let's see if he can beat it out.
I don't
No,
think
they went the short way.
short way.
They went the short way. I will give you an update on the WBC when we come back. And so we talked about all the things that LeBron may or may not be able to do here. If he's going to do them somewhere else, where? We'll see. It's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav on a Monday with Marcas Grant on ESPN LA.
Mornings at
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? It's just better for you. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Yeah, pretty nice portfolio.
When he said that, I was like, oh, there's no way Cappy knows. But Cappy, you got to know. Come on, it's not that hard.
To be honest with you, I didn't even hear what he said. I actually thought he said like 7 stops. I didn't even hear that he said
I
stops.
kind of was wondering too.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
And it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're reacting to a massive victory over the Knicks at home and leading up to Lakers talk tonight at 7 p.m. Reaction Monday is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-372-2017. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-372-2017. 800-372-2017. 800-372-2017.
Yo, this is Jerry Garcia. It's your boy Concrete. And you're listening live to the 710 ESPN Radio, the best show, 3 to 6, DeMarco and Travis live.
Let's go. More DeMarco and Travis right now. I can make it dance.
No score in Mexico, USA. Top of the second inning. Paul Skeens doing what Paul Skeens does so far through this one. Marcus, what's the ceiling of velocity that we're going to see in our lifetime?
Ooh, the ceiling? I mean, because we're already, 103, 104s.
Mm-hmm. Think about it, though. When we were in high school, 95 was gas.
Right. I mean, when I was a kid, there might have been I remember as a kid hearing Nolan Ryan hit 100, and that was mind blowing.
Yes.
Now
He's
every
driving
team
faster than the car.
now every team has multiple guys that throw 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's just it. So I don't know. I mean, could we get to a 110
What's the
at some
fastest
point?
ever?
I think it's Mason Miller, isn't it? Or is it still Chapman?
10.
It might be Chapman.
105.
Something like that.
And again, it just keeps bumping up and
In our
bumping up.
lifetime, 17?
What was
107?
Maybe.
What was the Sid Finch legend?
Oh, yeah, 115 or whatever it was.
Right.
But it's okay. So that was the great April Fool's gag in Sports Illustrated a million years ago, that this guy went to some Buddhist, monastery in the Himalayas and learned these crazy techniques to throw 110 miles an hour.
168 miles an hour, apparently, was
168, right?
Whatever.
But,
Inch punch.
We've discovered that we went from 95 being gas to 105 being gas in 25 years.
Yeah.
Right. You might get.
That's a huge
We may
jump.
see 107. I don't know. Here's the thing. Back in the day, right? So this is back in the steroid era. Were they still getting hurt like this?
It's a great question.
I don't remember pitchers being hurt this much.
No.
They weren't pitching like this.
They weren't pitching.
That's the answer I was looking
They
for.
weren't maxing out on every single throw.
Okay.
The analogy that I always use is, imagine if you drove your car everywhere you went, to the grocery store, to, put something in the mailbox, to the bank, to pick up your kid from school. If everywhere you went, the second you jumped in it, you floored it and came up to a stop sign and slammed on the brakes. Then you accelerated as hard as you could and you slammed.
Car's going to break down.
It's going to break.
Yeah.
That's how they pitch now. That everything is, I'm going to do it as hard as I can until it breaks, and then we'll screw it back together and go from there.
Seems like this era needs a steroid era if you're going to do that.
They need a bionic elbow ligament era or something that's coming along.
You haven't had elbow surgery. Did you even pitch, bro?
Right.
Right. There you go. Right.
Skeens is a great example. Skeens has been relatively healthy.
But I think we're all waiting for that shoe to drop at some point. It's going to happen.
And before it'd be like, oh my God. Now it's like, oh, he'll miss a year. Okay, he'll be back in 2028.
Yeah.
It's like we just kind of blow right past it. Like it's there. Yamamoto's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just pitched 94 innings in 6 days in the World Series, and it's like, yeah, cool, let's do it again.
Yeah. Ask a former pitcher to pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't.
No,
they can't move it.
It hurts.
Right. It hurts. Right.
It hurts. So if LeBron's not here, where is he? If at the end of the season it runs its course,
wants to live.
And does anybody here think he's going to walk? Does anybody here think at the end of the year
I
he
think
just says peace out?
I think so, but every time I say that, they're like, well, he needs a farewell tour. And I keep coming back to this. 23 years in the league, you need one?
It's not so much that he needs one. It's just that everything about LeBron suggests that he wants one.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't seem like there is a landing spot for him. I don't think Cleveland is going to need him or want him. New York is going to move on. What other spot is there for you?
The Warriors?
Golden State, maybe?
Yeah. Miami?
Going back to Miami?
He left Miami on really sour terms.
I'm just saying.
I hear you, but that
nobody wants him.
Golden State, maybe, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's been the rumors that, because he and Draymond are tight. That
would be weird, though, right?
Yeah, it'd be absolutely weird.
Like, what is the point of a farewell tour
with a team
that you never played for?
Yeah.
It wouldn't. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
It can only really be in two places.
Well, just
Cleveland or Miami.
Go with this here.
Or the Lakers, three places.
Yeah,
what if he says, I'm done? I'm done this summer, and that's it? Do you feel shortchanged by not?
Absolutely not.
Do you?
No.
By not having a farewell tour?
No, I don't feel
shortchanged. Does it diminish his career at all if he says, I'm done?
But I agree with Marcus. I don't think that we need it. I don't think it diminishes. I don't think it's any of those things. I think it's something he would like to do. I think it's as simple as that. I think it's something that he would like to experience. And I don't begrudge him the opportunity to do it, assuming that somebody wants to do it. But I'm not all the way on your side, DeMarco, but I'm walking over to your side of the room that it could be season ends. Lakers are out. The Lakers say, thank you for your service. Good luck in your future endeavors. and you look around, and everybody kind of says, "No, don't look over here, man. Like, sorry, we don't have anything for you." Like, and it's not that we don't want you. Like Cleveland, I'm sure would love to have him there, but for what? Like, what exactly are we trying to do? Are we just having a ceremonial wave to people because he can still play, but if you put him in, you're right where the Lakers are right now.
Correct.
Trav, sorry. Is there any scenario where he does go back to Cleveland, he gets whatever pay cut he gets just to end, get his tour, but he doesn't actually play?
That feels worse.
Then what's the point? That's what I'm saying. If that's your only option, just retire, man.
Define doesn't play. Like plays sporadically?
Yeah, he's hurt. You know, so it's he gets his tour.
Basically, Udonis Haslem. You come off the bench every now and then for 15 seconds.
I don't think that's an option.
No.
But if he plays 35 games, you mean?
Yeah, just some.
I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those. He looks around and the market, like, not that he can't play. It's just that it doesn't work for me here. It doesn't work for them there. It doesn't work for them there. And all of a sudden you look around because the idea is of going to a team that he's never played for before, right? So that leaves the Lakers, that leaves the Heat, that leaves for that Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
The other 27 teams in the league, that would just be blanking weird.
Doesn't make sense.
It would just be bizarre. Like, because he's not Patrick Ewing on the Sonics or the Magic. It's like, he's not going to do that.
Right.
He's Hakeem Olajuwon on the Toronto Raptors. I can't envision that unless it was a Jordan's, like a couple somewhere.
Me either, but they're different. He wants to keep playing. And if he wants to play, he's going to find a team, and you'll do your farewell from wherever he lands. That's if he wants to keep playing. If you really want to do it, you'll find a spot. You could find a spot for him here if he really wanted to keep playing.
No, man.
I don't think so.
I know. I'm
he's
with you.
1-1, and he's put himself in such a weird predicament because he's still so incredibly good, but he doesn't fit anywhere.
There's no future.
That's the other part of it, though, is because he's still playing at a high level. Like, it's one thing if
it almost makes it worse.
Right. If you're a declining veteran and it's like, hey, I just want to take the league minimum or the veteran minimum just to stay in the league and play, like, somebody will find a spot for you, but he's not that guy.
He's not Vince Carter.
Right.
He's not Vince Carter where he's just going to be like, I'll play 10 minutes a night. I'll come in, I'll stand in the corner, I'll jack up some threes and see, and I'll wave to everybody, and I'll take a gift from, hey, we're in New Orleans tonight, and they gave me a gumbo pot. Cool.
Exactly.
On to the next spot. And hey, we're in Orlando, a lifetime pass to Disneyland. Yay. I can't wrap because I've said this 100 times. I think operating principle number one at this point in his life is don't embarrass yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't embarrass your legacy. Don't do something that isn't on brand, because his brand, we played it the other day. I don't ever want anybody to think I cheated this game. Mission accomplished.
Yep.
You just dead center of the bullseye. Never one time have I looked at LeBron and thought he was phoning it in, not playing hard, not competing. Like he has aced that test, and to just randomly go do a, hey everybody, Rose Queen tour would be bizarre. Yeah. But it's not because of the money though. It would be because of the just adulation.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see that.
The most like real scenario that it seems like is him going back to Cleveland only because the narrative is he wants to go to a contending team to get ring number 5. I don't feel like ring number 5 is going to change his trajectory as far as his career, because he's going to be one of the greats to ever play the game. But it makes sense to go to this because Cleveland is established with Harden, with Donovan Mitchell, with Evan Mobley, with Jared Allen. They got guys. And if he were to come off the bench, it wouldn't be that end of the world. He's still playing at a high level. And he's going to I think he's come to understanding, because we always talk about he's weighing out an option. He doesn't have that many. And he knows he's going to have to take he's not going to be a maximum player. This is going to be the first time in LeBron James' career where he's not going to be a maximum player guy. Cleveland makes all the sense in the world just because of all those guys that they have on that roster and what his role would be. He wouldn't have to do too much on that team compared to Lakers, where with LeBron James, we ask him to do a lot still because of the way he is playing.
Except so why does Cleveland need him?
But they're so far. Plus, they're so far over the second apron. I think I feel like I understand he wants to go to a team where he can contend and compete. It just feels like all those teams would have to give up so much to make room for him that they would no longer be contenders at that point.
It's the first time in his life where the other party might not be interested.
Yeah.
Like for forever and ever, it's been, we'll do whatever you want. We'll just come on in. We'll trade for this guy. We'll move this guy. We'll can the coach. Whatever you need. If you'll come here, we'll do it.
Right.
And now it's I don't know if that works for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in our best interest. And it's just it happened that quick.
Wasn't that the Green Mile? Tom Hanks's character, his punishment was you're going to live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're too good.
I didn't like that scene where the flies come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
That
That's gross.
gross.
Yeah.
Like that. That was no thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you you're gonna have all the basketball powers that any man could ever want. The problem is you're never going to be bad. You're never going to be bad enough, so they'll kick you out.
Maybe that's the reason to leave. I'm leaving before I was ever bad.
Right.
Because he's not. Because he's not.
Right.
You gotta stay till he's
He's
50.
different, but he's certainly not bad. He's not even close to bad.
He's one of the best out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's still one of the 25, 30, 40 best guys in the league.
Easily.
Little shop talk is coming up next, and your USC Trojans are back on the practice field with some spring practice action. Find out who's making a name for themselves on Trojans Live tonight at 6 o'clock right here on 710 a.m. Trojans Live is brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Shop talk next.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Raiders signing.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
The brightest. Say it together with me. 800-345-6789.
That's the new way to call Jacob. Same lawyer, same city, same results, just easier to remember.
Call Jacob. Accident or injury, you know who to call.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
I love a good fruity cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You look like a fruity cocktail guy.
I will have one.
DeMarco and Travis is on right now.
End of the second inning in Houston. Team USA 0, Team Mexico 0. Bryce Terang had a double with Roman Anthony at first base, who got thrown out from Mita Marcus at the plate.
Bruh,
I would suggest he not run with weights in his pocket.
No.
Or whatever was happening there.
Forward body lean.
man. I mean, I know it's early in the year, but I feel like he could have gotten going a little bit better than that.
Well, he was off with the pitch too.
Yeah.
Like just
See, that's what coaches say. There was a noticeable change of speed there, which means you were not going all out.
No, I think
when I
just
see you pick up speed towards the end, that means you're not
he
going all out.
lost speed at the end. It felt like he pulled the chute.
Well, once
He
he
just
realized
like-
I'm about to be out, he hit the gas. There, you should have been hitting the gas from the start.
Bobby Witt flew out to the warning track to end that inning, so no score at that one so far. I'm going to go through the birthdays here, guys. You tell me when you want to stop and discuss these because I don't know a lot about these ones. So you guys, I'm going to let you lead the way here. Suni Lee, figure skater or gymnast?
Gymnast.
23 years old today.
Way to
Happy
go.
birthday to Suni Lee. Bow Wow turns 39.
Hey,
Wow.
I don't know a single song.
That's why I had to drop the Lil because
He's not Lil
he's
anymore.
39.
You can't be Lil at 39.
You don't know Lil Bow Wow?
Do you know? I know who Little Bow Wow is. Name a song.
Basketball.
What? Do you have a Bow Wow song?
I do not.
Yes, right.
Middle-aged Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
Mill Bow Wow.
Mid Bow Wow.
Yeah. At some point, that stuff. Brittany Snow turns 40 today. Anybody?
Nope.
Who's that?
Actress.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
I couldn't tell you anything she's been in.
YG
The
turns
rapper.
36.
Yes,
Rapper.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Ciara Ramirez.
Yeah, actress.
Okay.
Sure.
She
In what?
turns 31.
She's been in a few, it used to be the CW, like ABC7.
Oh, okay.
ABC, all that.
Steve Wilkos. Isn't he Jerry Springer's
He
right
was
hand guy?
he was the
big
bouncer.
dude.
He was the muscle.
Yeah.
He
Had
was
his
the
own
muscle.
show for a while.
Yeah.
62 years old. Happy
Wow.
birthday to
There you
Steve
go.
Wilkos. Kerr Smith turns 54.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
sure.
the name.
Chingy.
Yes.
The rapper.
Right?
Rapper.
He's a
rapper.
I like that way you do it.
I wanted to make sure
He
that
was
I
kind of a one-hit wonder,
Yeah,
but yeah,
okay.
sure. Like,
Matthew Gray Gubler.
all right.
He's an actor.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Light
happy
day on
birthday.
today. Yeah. Happy birthday. to all of you.
Happy birthday.
Let's get to the important parts here. It's National Napping Day.
You dang right it is.
Sweet.
Love a
Yes.
good nap.
I want a nap.
Okay, so accidental nap or the purposeful nap? Which one's better?
Accidental.
Accidental.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had an accidental nap a little bit yesterday.
Just on the couch. And
I was
next
just
thing you
like, I
know-
was like reading a little bit and I got drowsy and I just kind of like put the book down and 45 minutes later, it was all good.
It's great, especially when you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
The only time that the accidental nap becomes a little problematic is if you fall asleep when the sun's up and then you wake up when
And
it's
it's dark.
dark.
Oh.
That's like, what day is it? Like I don't know what's going on. Like what
You meant
happened here?
In traffic.
No, I haven't had that
Whoa.
You haven't
experience.
at a
No.
red light, you just kind of doze off.
No.
I thankfully no. DeMarco, you might want to Uber home more often. Just saying.
Hey, man, it just kind of crawls over you. Yeah.
National Meatball Day.
Yeah.
all right.
Your favorite way to consume meatballs are?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Okay, good
Yeah.
choice.
Sandwich. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandwich?
Oh, yeah.
Meatball sub?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of bread.
So you get the Italian hoagie roll. You take all the innards of the bread out. You hollow it out. You
Yeah.
fill it with meatballs and sauce, cheese on the inside and the outside.
Let's
Pop it in the
go.
oven.
That's it.
I dare you not to have that melt your face
Let's
off.
go.
Meatballs
So good.
and spaghetti. That's it.
Put a little sliced sausage in there too.
Let's
Oh.
go.
It's not National Sausage Day. Today is National Dishwasher Day. Are you guys-
Dishwasher day.
I love it.
It's one of the 3 or 4 fights that my wife and I have had running 30 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How to load the dishwasher?
Yes. There's a reason they have different slots
I
for these
agree.
things.
No, I agree.
Do you have the same argument?
It's not really an argument. I've just accepted that, like, I'm going to put them in how I think is neatly and organized, and she's just going to throw everything in there.
Oh, no, you don't do that. That's
Yeah.
blast. No.
Oh,
No.
it's all topsy-turvy, and I'm like, sometimes, this is why sometimes things don't get fully clean, because
Yes.
you got things on top of other things.
Correct. You can't let them touch.
But, like,
Right.
I use the slots and
Yes,
everything.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's the rule in the house. You guys just put them in. I'll put them in the right way.
Oh, do you repack it?
Of course I do.
So do I.
Yes.
Hey, right there.
You know what? I'm very impressed with the group of men on the other side of that glass because Christian just throws
Susan does.
everything. And I'm like, dude, no.
There's a coffee cup next to a plate, and it makes me want to have
Why?
an anxiety
Clank,
attack.
clank, clank, clank.
It's like
Clank, clank.
No.
Clank,
Oh, yeah,
clank.
no, when I see plates in like the upper shelf,
Oh,
it's like
that's a no-no.
I don't know what to do with myself.
she puts knives, like the good knives that you use to chop in the dishwasher. Like, wait, no.
No.
Sink.
You wash those.
Yes.
You put them over here, and you dry them, and you put
Yes.
them away. DeAndre, please tell me you do this
I
correctly.
do that, yes.
Of
But
course.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We don't really use our dishwasher like that.
Oh, you hand
Everything's
wash 'em?
hand washed. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Good
do a
for
little
you.
For
both.
3
I do a
people in
little
a
bit,
house,
but-
we go through a lot of dishes.
I feel
Yeah.
the same way at my house.
Do
too.
you really?
Yeah.
We go through a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
Yep. Every night that thing is filled, and there's only 3 of us.
Yeah, now that you say that, you're right. There's only 2 of us, and we're filling that thing up at least every other day.
Every day, yep.
It's too much. Today, Children of the Corn was released in theaters.
Have you watched that movie again?
No.
Did you watch it the first time?
Yes.
It was terrifying, right?
With the eyes, right?
Yes.
The kids had the weird eyes.
I don't need to see it again.
It's not so bad upon rewatch.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, why was I ever afraid of this?
Is it still scary?
Not really.
Is it
because other things have come out and topped that?
We're grown now. Maybe I'm desensitized, but we're grown now.
Okay.
And it just doesn't hold up in modern technology.
Oh, you mean you can watch it and it's not scary, but is it compelling? Is it interesting?
It's interesting. It's nostalgic. Like, oh, I remember this part. Yeah, that stuff.
The one scary, you have a scary movie that messed you up? Like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore.
2. The Exorcist and The Omen.
Okay. Those are good ones.
Oh, my God.
Marcus?
The Blair Witch Project, but mostly because I freaked myself out on the way home. I just remember going to see it with some friends. There was a spot in my hometown. It's kind of this weird, like, urban legend spot where there was some weird geography thing where you could park your car sort of facing downhill and you put the car in neutral and it would roll backwards up the hill.
Ooh.
And the urban legend was that if, like, high school kids were seen making out, that an old woman would come and drag the car away. Like, that was the story they told you. And I remember, like, with some friends going to see the movie, and afterwards I'm like, hey, we should go to this spot. And I told them the story, and then like I freaked myself out and couldn't go to sleep.
It would roll uphill?
Yeah, so like it would just roll backwards. I don't
The
know,
old
there's
lady's
some
pulling
weird,
you.
Some weird trick of,
Didn't you notice about slasher films? It's only the promiscuous kids that get killed?
Yeah.
That's a great story.
The second somebody goes to make out in the back of the car, somebody's getting killed.
You're dead.
Yeah. Somebody's getting killed. This wasn't like a slasher, but Jaws was the one that messed me up.
They got you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jaws really, really freaked me out. Laura, do you have one?
I had one, and you guys are going to make fun of me, but the first Saw movie.
Oh, Saw was good.
Because, the reason why they were in that situation is because of whatever they did, and the cycle got them because of whatever they did. So, like, they were, drug addicts. The needle was inside of them or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just like, ooh.
Dee, do you see scary movies?
No, not really.
No?
Nah, I don't really care for them, if I'm being honest with you.
We had this discussion a long time ago. I said the scariest movie now is like Up in the Air.
Oh, getting canned.
People getting
Oh, yeah. No, when you're 13, you wake up in the middle of the night thinking Freddy Krueger's going to get you.
Correct.
When you're 50, you wake up in the middle of the night saying, what if the market crashes and I lose my job?
Right.
Am I going to get an email from HR today?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you for
We
your
need
service.
to see you Friday after your
The
show.
Big Short, yes.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
We need that. That's the thing that's scary.
That's horror, yes.
The same day your wife comes home and says, yeah, I lost my job.
There-
It's like, uh-oh.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Today, on that very same day that Children of the Corn came out, Splash, a slightly different movie.
Very
came out.
different vibe.
Yes.
with Splash.
Yes.
Than Children of the
That
Corn.
wasn't Tom Hanks' first movie. Might have been one of his first big hits.
It's like his first big one. I think his first movie was like House Party? Or
House Party.
Bachelor Party.
Was so good.
Bachelor Party was
Bachelor
like
Party's
his first.
kind of funny.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Splash was the first VHS video, when the rental videos.
Okay.
When you had to wait for somebody to bring it back.
Oh.
And we were all waiting for Splash.
Do you remember the first movie you rented when you got a VCR in your house?
I think
For
it
some-
might have been Splash.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you, Marcus?
I don't.
I don't know why I remember this.
I
but
don't.
We were. My dad takes me and my brother to the video store, and we rented 2 movies.
Okay.
And one of them was the choice that my brother and I had. It was Karate Kid, the
Oh, yeah.
original Karate
All right.
Kid.
Okay.
And my dad rented The French Connection. And he's like, you guys will love this. And he was right. It was
good.
great. Popeye Doyle,
Yeah.
Gene Hackman. Is,
Yeah. No joke.
It's
Yeah.
a terrific movie.
Good movie.
All right. Joe versus the Volcano and House Party, both released on this
House
theater
Party.
in 1990.
Didn't play.
Jennifer Lopez featuring Ja Rule, Ain't It Funny, in 2002.
Okay.
Wow, that's so
Wow.
long ago.
The song,
yeah.
24 years ago.
Wow. Has it been that long?
I'm not trying to be
Ain't
creepy when I say
it
this.
funny?
Jennifer Lopez is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Like when
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
when
at
she
all.
walked into the crypto, walked right, I'm like, what's going on? Like, it was like glowing from the inside out.
You can be husband number 7.
I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. All right, we got a little Trojans Live coming up in just a little bit, followed by Lakers Talk with Andy Kamenetsky. Marcus, always good to have you on
Good to be
Monday.
here.
We'll see you
Always.
next Monday.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. We'll see you then. We'll see you tomorrow.
The black and gold are flying high.
It's a goal!
LAFC have opened up 2026 with 5 straight victories. And now the stakes get even higher. The round of 16 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup comes to BMO Stadium.
David! You beautiful young man, you! It was a thing of beauty from the left foot!
LAFC battle Costa Rican powerhouse Alajuelense.